73-55. Now it's time to head on over to the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk. That's where we find the good captain, Paul Kopsky, standing by. Good afternoon, Paul.
Good afternoon, Brendan. The Cardinals look to bounce back tonight against Arizona after their ninth-inning rally fell short in a 4-3 loss to the Diamondbacks last night. Matthew Liberatore, who hasn't won a game in June, gets the ball for the Redbirds. And the Blues have dealt Jordan Kyrou to the Washington Capitals for two young players and the number 16 pick in the upcoming NHL draft. Kyrou's tenure with the Note comes to a close with 168 goals in 488 career games. I'm Paul Kopsky from the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk, and now on to traffic. Illinois 15 East is closed between 157 and 13 due to an accident, with a bumper-to-bumper jam back to 255. 70 East is heavy between Salisbury and St. Louis Avenue. 64 West crowded from Kings Highway to Clayton Skinker. Construction is causing slowdowns in the Metro East. 64 East is congested from Illinois 111 to 157. 5570 East is slow between Illinois 203 and 111. And 255 is heavy from Collinsville Road to Horseshoe Lake Road. This traffic report is brought to you by the Rack House in Cottleville. Stop by for brunch or happy hour, or have the Rack House cater your next event with box lunches or buffets to accommodate groups of 10 to 200 people. The Rack House, featuring a seasonal menu and upscale casual dining and drinks since 2014. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Paul, thank you very much. Let's take a look at that weather forecast. A flood watch is in effect for the area beginning tomorrow afternoon. That will run through Friday morning. Now, for the rest of today, we've got showers and storms popping up over the area as we speak. In fact, if you head out to West St. Louis County, a cell is moved up by 44th. So if you're in the greater Eureka area heading west and southwest, you might run into some heavy rain along I-44. As we head into tonight, again, isolated showers and storms, a low around 69. And again, that much better chance of showers and storms tomorrow inside that flood watch. We'll have a high temperature of 84 degrees. For the Talk of St. Louis, I'm Brendan Wiese on the Big 550 KTRS.
Worldwide, Technology Raceway is the only track in America to host a NASCAR event, an IndyCar event, and an NHRA event.
The Raceway features a full schedule on their drag strip, oval track, and Gateway Kartplex. For full schedule and ticket info, go online to www.raceway.com.
The track, under the leadership of owner Curtis Francois, continues to upgrade the race experience for fans who come from around the country. For tickets, go to www.raceway.com.
That's www.raceway.com.
But cockroaches were the least of her problems. Heidi had to fight for every opportunity.
You know, Heidi is, even though she's very kind of sweet and innocent,
Heidi wanted out of the slum, and her agent wasn't doing enough.
Oh my God, they moved Heidi right next to me now.
Although Heidi seems serene,
she's a bit naughty.
she uses an ancient folk remedy to help calm her down.
Heidi is back.
Happy Hump Day, everybody. Heidi Glaus here with Josh Gilbert, Bob Ramsey, and we've got a lot to get to today. First up, we're going to talk to Dr. Johar, Chief Medical Officer with United Healthcare of Missouri and Illinois. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like everybody, at least when they get to a certain age, has some sort of joint pain. And I've always wondered what leads to that joint pain, because I think it's more than arthritis. And what can we do to kind of ease that pain? And is there anything we can do to just completely rid ourselves of it. So that's what we'll talk about with Dr. Ravi Johar. And of course, if you have a question for Dr. Johar, you can always text us on the KTRS text line 84126. We'll also check in with Rich Frankel, who's with ABC News. These Freedom 250 rallies are kicking off kind of all over. And can we make sure that everybody is safe? I just read a story that TSA says more than 300 drones have been seized at World Cup sites since the tournament began. So this is the World Cup tournament. What about all these other things that are going on in America to celebrate 250? So we'll talk to Rich about that. In the 4 o'clock, Lauren Risley will join us. And yesterday I saw something that really made me feel like a fool, which happens more often than not. But it was a list of reminders when you buy a house of things that you should do. And I thought to myself, I don't think I did half of these things when I moved into my first house that I built.
I can't wait to see the list.
So
Here's the list.
We're going to talk to Lauren about some of those things. Now, she did say an inspector handles some of what I sent her. So she'll go over what the inspector handles and what you need to do. And you might think, oh, boy, didn't even think about that, because that's one that crossed my mind. So that's coming up at about 4:20. We'll check in with Jordana Miller, who, of course, is in Jerusalem. And where do we stand with this memorandum of understanding? Can Iran sell oil now? What is the Strait of Hormuz doing? Get the latest on that to keep all of us up to date. We'll talk sports with KTR Sports Director Brendan Weesey, because the Cardinals held a press conference today. We'll talk about leadership and how that is changing. We've also got some Blues news and some local soccer news here in St. Louis. So that's all coming up, plus some entertainment news, and then we'll wrap this show up with some randoms. Something has been bothering me for 24 hours, and I don't know how to fix it. And I know in the scheme of things, this is so minor, so ridiculously small. But I want to know if this bothers you, okay? And this is also for you guys. I don't want to feel alone here. I hope I don't. 84126. If you have an iPhone and you accidentally hit the app, and then all of a sudden they're moving around, you know, they do that little shake thing.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you maybe accidentally move them from their position. This has happened to me, and I don't remember the position that I actually like them in. So I tried to move it back, and now, like, my messages isn't as comfortable as it used to be. And my email isn't where I want it to be. But I cannot remember the way I liked it. It's like playing the memory game, and I have no idea where they go.
I'm going to take it one step further.
Okay.
I couldn't fix it on my own if I wanted to. I'm just stuck with how it is.
The other thing is, I don't know if I accidentally deleted an app. Like, did one go away when I did that? Or do I still have all of them?
I have so many of those app icons. I think maybe on vacation, I'm going to delete everything.
That might be nice.
Just delete them all. Then I won't be confused.
Yeah.
So you won't know that you're missing it if you don't ever use it.
And that's true. And I'll just let it go.
Just let it go.
Until I need it.
And then you'll say, well, where's that app? And then you can re-download it or whatever.
Yes.
It's not like it deleted it completely.
No, it's somewhere in the... But have you done that? And then all of a sudden you're...
Yeah.
You know, I have Instagram.
Why did these end up all together on little one?
In the one kind of box.
And my Apple Wallet, I want. Mm-hmm. How do I get it out of the little box?
You got to hold it down again and then drag it out.
I can't do that.
Listen to you two.
I can't do it.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't do it.
I have had things shift on me, but then guess what? I put them back where they were.
You remember where they go?
Yes.
Okay.
Not all of them. I mean, if my Panera app's not in place, who cares? I use it once every 3 months.
Well, I'm talking about the ones that I use most. My email, my phone, my messages, and probably Instagram.
Where those went?
I know they're on the first page, but as I continue to put them where I think they go, then I'll go to it and I'm like, that's not right.
Well, then move it.
Well,
when you realize it's not right, move it.
This is what I'm telling you. I've been doing it for 24 hours. I am playing this game with myself of moving them, and I haven't figured it out yet.
There are certain things that a lot of times in video games it'll do this, but there are certain things that'll say, would you like me to resort this for you? And if you accidentally hit the button, it will take all of your apps and alphabetize them.
Yes.
And then it's like, oh my gosh, no. Or it'll put them in the order that you downloaded them. And it's like, no, I definitely don't want that.
Right. Somebody on the text line just said, once you get your home screen where you want it, take a screenshot of it, and that way you'll always be able to put it back. Also, you usually have to click delete twice to confirm a second choice before it deletes something. It's hard to do that by accident.
That is true.
But here's what's funny about taking a screenshot. Do you know how often I've accidentally taken a screenshot? Just like trying to do something and then deleted that because that was dumb and I didn't need it. So I did think that as well. So anyway, that's just my little 2-minute tirade.
Well, why do I have a Fitbit app on here? I don't have a Fitbit.
It might come with your phone.
Maybe came with it.
Some of those do, because I have several of those, but those I don't think you can even delete.
Really?
This is where we can sit here and now talk about what is on your home screen. Because you don't have to fill the whole page up.
No, but I have to. I don't want one square missing on the front page, because then it's off.
I've got my bottom row. I'm missing two.
Let me see.
Folks, you just freaked out.
Cannot
See,
do
I've
that.
got my bottom two.
I mean, part of this problem is you.
I am saying it's my fault.
Okay.
I am not blaming anyone except myself and my memory.
Down at the bottom, and for the Android users, maybe it's similar, maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't have an Android. Maybe I'll ask Connor. But down at the bottom, I have telephone, text, email, internet.
Okay.
And that's, the big four. Let us never touch those.
Okay,
right?
but do you feel like your phone in that position, you're more tuned to accidentally dialing someone?
Oh,
because that's why I moved it, because I thought if my phone was in my right or left corner, when I grab it, I was probably going to butt dial someone. So I moved it out of that position. I know this is all so simple and trite.
Yes.
Somebody just said, I switched to a phone, can't find voicemail app, and none of my passwords saved. I'm lost. Somebody else said, I agree. They say they are easy to move, but it's not. And I have deleted several on accident. Yeah, just another thing to aggravate the hell out of us out here everywhere when this happens. And there is no instruction manual that you can easily refer to when this happens. They all got us, and probably chuckling about it.
I hope some of you can verify this that we're watching online. I didn't know Josh knows magic.
And he just did a little magic for you?
I had in the extra apps, the wallet that I want on my main page, and he did a little abracadabra move.
And there you go.
And there it is.
Yeah.
You are magic.
Alakazam, Alakazoom. Here's another thing that I do. I like to put all my fantasy sports, like my football apps and my sports gambling apps on the same page. Okay. Then all my financials, my credit cards, my bank.
You put them in the same. Okay, now this is interesting. You put them on the same page, not in one of those little boxes.
No, I don't care for those boxes.
Okay.
I don't either.
You put something in one of those boxes,
and you forget about it.
It might as well be gone.
Okay. Well, I do that, but I put them in one of those boxes. Like I have a Ticketmaster, all my music where I'm going to buy tickets in one little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have like all the sports, like my Cardinals app, the City app, the Blues app for tickets.
All in one little box?
All in one little
that's a good idea.
Box up here. And it's labeled sports.
That's not a bad idea.
So, and then camping, when we have like hip camp or different things as far as RVing goes. Anyway, this is what we're dealing with today.
This is technology. Like I've got my Venmo, my Commerce, my credit cards, all my bank stuff.
In one thing.
On 2 rows.
That's smart. But it's a little hard. And I'm apologize if you have an Android or another phone and you're not understanding this conversation at all. But sometimes when you're trying to move them, then you accidentally hit another one and then you're starting all over again because it's like they just jumbled it all up.
Well, look,
Coach, will you coach me?
It's not for the faint of heart, guys.
Will you coach me?
Yeah,
Show me how to do
I'll
it.
help you out. Yeah,
I know Jill Farmer is our life coach here, but I need a phone coach.
I'll be your phone coach.
Oh, what did I just do? Look.
Oh,
See,
are they all,
and now,
are they all dancing?
I say they're jumping. You say dancing?
I think dancing. I like dancing.
Yeah.
Just hit the screen again and it'll go away.
All of it will go away.
Well, they'll stop. That's a possibility.
Stop jiggling.
Okay. Here's something everyone can relate to: a delicious lunch.
Yeah.
And my niece is heading to college in 20 days because she's playing soccer, so she leaves a little early, even though she is rehabbing a knee.
And Heidi, are you already getting nervous or getting excited?
I would say I'm a little bit of both, but we've been
empty nest ant edition.
I'm telling you, it's if you don't have your own, it
fills a void, doesn't it?
It does. It's super cool, and I get all the best of it. I don't have to discipline. I don't have to tell her, what to do in any way. I'm just there to kind of have fun. And if she wants to listen or, bang something around, I've got her. Anyway, for the leading weeks up to when she leaves, we decided that we're going to go to lunch at least once a week.
Nice.
Just to kind of have a moment, just the two of us, and take her to different places. So last week we went to Peacemaker, which she's been to before, and we love the lobster rolls. We went to the one in Benton Park.
In Benton Park.
Yeah. Today we went to Union Loafers, which she had never been to.
Have we talked about it? I've never heard of it.
Gosh, it is.
What am I missing?
Everything. The best sandwiches, I think, at least in the top 3, because they make all of their own bread. And they're in Tower Grove. Would that be
north?
Yeah, it's close to the Botanical Garden.
It's a block away from the Botanical
Garden.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. So I got what they call the Bear, which is the sandwich that they're known for on the TV show The Bear, like a roast beef.
they have
with
that?
Italian beef, yeah.
OMG. It was so good. And I've been there before, and I've gotten a turkey sandwich or different things, and the little Jim salad is so good. But if you have not been to Union Loafers, they only do sandwiches and salads and soups at lunch. Then at night, they switch over to pizzas. Have you had their pizza?
Pizza Rosa, yes, I have.
Is it good? Do you
Very
like?
good.
Okay.
I may be downtown, I may be in Midtown Friday. Want me to bring you a sandwich? Friday?
Yes, actually, I do.
I'll text you in the morning if I'm going to be there.
Okay. It's my wife's favorite restaurant.
It's so
Whoa.
good.
Which, it's just soup, salads, and sandwiches. But in their salad, they have the big fat back bacon.
Ooh.
Depending on which salad you get. I got the
Yes.
little Jim and it didn't. But instead of having croutons, it's like a crumbled crouton over the entire
nice
salad. It's cool. It's delicious. And I just wanted to, I don't know where we'll go next time. Maybe you guys next week on the text line make a suggestion on where we're going to lunch.
Good lunch place.
Cafe
I like that.
Manhattan in Clayton.
I have never been.
Oh, it's
You'd love
good.
it.
Okay.
You'll love it.
Great pizza.
I've never had anything bad there.
I was just down in my old stomping grounds today because I went golfing at.
What?
Yes.
You golfed? You
it was-
golfed the ball?
It's a friend's birthday today, and his wife set it up, so
What time did you tee off?
early, like 7.
Were you at Forest Park?
Yes, Forest Park. But I drove through my old neighborhood. I used to live off Forsyth, so we would go to Cafe Manhattan and do sausage peppercini. That was our standard pizza at Cafe Manhattan. And I was just driving around, and boy, things have changed, but they're still pretty much the same. There's another building going up in the Central West End.
Yeah, that's been going up for a while.
WashU's expanding. Nothing's changed there. I still did see some giant tree trunks.
Oh, there's
down
a lot
in the park.
Oh, it's going to take a long time.
Yeah, that's not happening anytime too soon.
But it was fun to be, when you're in the city, it just kind of has an electricity that you miss out in the suburbs. So,
Foghat, fool for the city.
I am a fool for the city.
Maybe we'll have that song later today.
Yeah. Somebody just said go at night. Their pizza is amazing, and then suggested Balk and Treat Box, which I actually do have on the list. I put 4 on the list, and so it looks like you just sealed the deal. That's where we'll go next week, especially since Lauren just won the James Beard Award for Best Chef Midwest.
Yeah, that's exciting.
You guys know what we have coming up here. I hope you'll be a part of it like you have been already on this Wednesday afternoon. You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh and Bob on the Big 550 KTRS St. Louis.
Julius Krasanik here, celebrating 54 years in this industry. My family owns Wholesale Siding Depot. That's WSDepot.com. Our seasoned customer service group has over 200 years of combined siding, window, and door experience. My grandson Elijah says,
"Are you kidding me?"
Tired of companies that like to apply pressure to sell you high-priced fiberglass or wood windows? We offer the Anderson Fibrex family of windows in styles and colors, including black, at wholesale prices. What are you waiting for? We sell truckloads of siding, windows, and doors from CertainTeed, Anderson, Viwinco, Provia, and other major brands, all at wholesale prices, while offering a free contractor referral service for your expert installation needs. Keep it local, family, and professional. Visit WSDepot.com. That's WSDepot.com.
I'm Farmer Dave, and here's my good friend and owner of MasterCars Inc., Alex Rosenberger, with today's hot MasterCars Inc. deals.
Thanks, Farmer Dave. We are very busy buying, selling, and trading some very impressive luxury and performance vehicles. I have bought a lot of great cars and motorcycles from Big 550 listeners this month and need more. If you have a super clean performance or luxury vehicle, what about a very low-mile everyday car? Classic car? Pristine, hard-to-find motorcycle? Entire collection? I'm interested in buying if so. Hop on our site and submit your vehicle, MasterCarsInc.com. We'll reach out right away. It's okay if you still owe money. We'll make the payoff on your behalf and cut a check for your equity. Very simple, all local, all face-to-face. We buy, sell, and trade every day.
So rev that motor and point your car in the direction of MasterCars Inc. and buy or sell today. 4100 Amioki Road in Granite City, or visit MasterCarsInc.com to get more details. That's MasterCarsInc.com.
Your dentures no longer fit? Maybe you're missing a tooth or several teeth. Visit Dr. Bowen for Simply Secure Dentures and Dental Implants. The cutting-edge, high-quality dental implants that replace all the teeth in your mouth, and it starts as low as $7,000, not the $35,000 that others charge. If you're only missing a few teeth, Dr. Bowen can permanently replace those with something you don't have to take in and out of your mouth. Learn more at SimplySecureDentures.com and get the care you need and the teeth you want at Bowen Dental Care or SimplySecureDentures.com.
Make a splash this summer with Dogtown Pizza. The weather and the pizza ovens are heating up, so stock up on 12 different flavors of your favorite Dogtown. Why cook hamburgers on the grill when you can get a hamburger pizza? Hot chicken, the SOB and for me, and from the garden, tomato, basil, garlic, and the veggie. Make your next pool party a pizza party with 12 different flavors of Dogtown. One for every swimmer in your house. Make it a Dogtown summer at every local grocery store and DogtownPizza.com.
You're selling your home, and I want to buy it. This is Mike Robinson with Robank Properties, and I am ready to pay top dollar for your home. No contingencies, no inspections, no monkey business. I buy your home no matter the condition or location, and you walk away with cash. Call me, Mike Robinson, at 314-283-0867, 314-283-0867, or at robankproperties.com. That's ROBANG properties.com.
Looking for a new kitchen or bath? Call me, Anne-Marie Bogus, the co-host of the Inside Out Show and owner and designer at Anne-Marie Design Studio. Visit our website at annemariestudio.com. We can help make your dream space into a reality. We're a fine kitchen and bath boutique located in Wildwood. We do it all, from design to bid to installation too. Call us today at 636-821-3395 or go online at annemariestudio.com. Let's make your dream kitchen or bath a reality with Anne-Marie Design Studio.
Elevate your next event with STL Bartenders to Go, providing full bar packages, rental bar equipment, and bartender and server staffing. Book now and get 10% off all bar packages. STL Bartenders to Go. We'll get your party on. STLBartendersToGo.com.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
3:30. Hopefully traffic moves a little smoother today than it did yesterday. Captain Paul, how's it looking so far?
We have a couple of early afternoon accidents to talk about. We have a crash on 270 South at 44, blocking the two left lanes and the right lane with a bumper-to-bumper jam all the way back to Manchester. Illinois 15 East is closed between 157 and 13 due to an accident, with a bumper-to-bumper back up to 255. 70 East is heavy between Salisbury and St. Louis Avenue. 64 West crowded from Kings Highway to Clayton Skinker. Construction is causing some slowdowns in the Metro East. 64 East is congested from Illinois 111 to 157, and 255 is heavy from Collinsville Road to Horseshoe Lake Road. This traffic report is brought to you by the Rockwood School District. Are you looking for a new part-time or full-time job opportunity? Consider Rockwood School District with openings for custodians, cafeteria workers, and groundskeepers with great benefits, competitive pay, and flexible hours. Apply online at rsdmo.org/jobs. That's rsdmo.org/jobs. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
I mean, I know Heidi's been talking about her phone, but what is the most frustrating thing that you've ever done physically? I'll start. I tried to stain my own deck one time. And I started
throughout your neck or your back or your
Did
knees?
you power wash it first?
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
you're already making a lot of mistakes here.
I went out there with a damp washcloth.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. And then
makes it worse.
It wasn't even big. And then I used.
Would you get a professional, please?
Yeah.
I know. I did a roller, and it
Okay.
left all these roller marks.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm going to do this by hand. Well, there are people out there that actually are good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They do a great job. They power wash it ahead of time, Heidi. Rufino's Painting came over earlier in the day and power washed before they even started.
Of course.
Staining the deck by hand. And I said, Mike at Rufino's Painting, they do interiors and exteriors and deck staining. I said, you don't have to do this by hand, do you? And he goes, it's the only way to really do it right.
What did you think?
I don't know.
Oh, just get out there and spray it
I
and
thought
we'll
they'd
go.
spray it. But no, when you stain a deck, the only way to do it right is by hand, and that's what they'll do for you. Give your deck a spray tan, or I guess a spray, a hand roll by brush, personally by hand.
That's a great sentence. Well done.
Yeah.
You're a professional.
636-655-0820. 636-655-0820. Rufino'sPainting.com.
They are the professionals.
Yes.
They're the professionals. Let them do it by hand.
Well, I think all of us, when we get to a certain age, experience joint pain. We thought it would be nice to have Dr. Ravi Johar, Chief Medical Officer with United Healthcare, to join us to explain what causes it and how we can ease that pain. How are you? Is anything hurting on you today?
I've always got things that hurt. I get to help my son move into his house this weekend. That was how I spent Father's Day. So,
Aww.
yeah, even though we had movers there, you still end up doing lifting and bending.
Yes, you do.
And
that does lead to a little aches and pains. But let's start with what causes joint pain.
Yeah, I mean, joint pain is one of the most common health concerns as we get older. But, does not always have to be there. It's not something that automatically happens when we get older. And there's a lot of effective treatments that can reduce pain and kind of help with things. Basically, let's start with what a joint is.
Okay.
A joint is where two bones come together.
Mm-hmm.
That knees, hips, shoulders, fingers, all of those are joints. Now, the healthy joints allow smooth movement. A lot of that is because cartilage acts like a cushion between the bones, and it lets the joints move a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Prevents the friction.
Got it.
Now, osteoarthritis, which is the most common reason for joint pain. That's basically wear and tear arthritis, if you will. It's when the cartilage breaks down. Now, that can happen for any number of reasons, but when that breaks down, that's when you start to get osteoarthritis. And when everybody talks about arthritis, that's what they're talking about. But there's also inflammation or injuries, sports injuries especially can happen, sprains, tears, Other fractures can have little microfractures in the bone you may not even know about that, can start to cause all kinds of issues. Overuse joint pain is real common. That's what I got in my elbow when my brothers tried to convince me to play tennis again. And extra weight is a big thing because that puts so much extra stress on the joints, especially the weight-bearing joints in the knees, hips. And those are all the different things that can cause the joint pain.
So, Doc, I've always used sort of a rule of thumb that shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, whatever, you need to act when it's disrupting your sleep, that it's bad enough. Is that a good rule of thumb, or is it too late by then? Should we see a doctor first?
Probably you want to do it a lot earlier than that.
Okay.
I mean, once it starts disrupting your sleep, then that's because you've taken all the stress off those joints at that point. And if it's still hurting at that point, that's a fairly advanced condition at that point. So you probably want to jump on a little bit earlier. It's not normal for things to hurt in the joints. Your muscles can ache from sports and use and overuse and things of that sort. But the joints themselves should not be really hurting. If they are, there's a sign that something really should be checked out.
Well, I had ACL surgery in 95, and it was good and has been good, but with all these years, it was popping, and maybe it would, kind of grind a little bit. When I got on the GLP-1, it has all but gone away, and I'm in shock. So is inflammation the trigger that was hurting my knee, or what? How does a GLP-1 help in these situations?
Well, they've had a couple of studies on it because they're looking at that because they've seen where people that are taking GLP-1 start to have less joint pain. But the study that's been shown where GLP-1s are really helpful are the ones where you have the osteoarthritis and obesity.
Okay.
That's where the GLP-1s have made the big difference. And, they're still trying to look into, it seems most likely at this point, it's from the loss of a few pounds. In some cases, GLP-1s, people have lost, 30, 40 pounds on those. Mm-hmm. And when you have some weight loss, that seems to have made the biggest difference.
Wow.
What we don't know is how much weight loss will do it. And could 5 pounds make a difference? Could 10 pounds make a difference? When I've talked to orthopedic surgeons, they're like, hey, every pound can make a difference. You just don't know where that tipping point is for any given person. So that's the big thing.
Got it.
There are also some studies that the GLP-1s can actually help with cytokines and other inflammatory substances in the body. And so there's a lot of research going on that to see if there's an actual reduce in the inflammation itself that makes the difference. Nothing has been proven out yet, but it's still very early in the process, and so they're doing a lot more research on that. It could be that'll make a difference in that also.
So it is still way too early to call the GLP-1s miracle drugs, but for weight loss, for obesity, to help with relieve joint pain, maybe even lose some weight to lessen a sleep apnea issue. But what does insurance actually cover when it comes to those GLP-1s? If I have joint pain and I want to take a GLP-1, will the insurance cover it?
Well, it'll cover it for things that have an FDA approval for that as a diagnosis. Right now, the ones that GLP-1s are approved for is for type 2 diabetes. It will not work for type 1 diabetes just because of the mechanism. It helps the body produce more insulin from the pancreas. If you have type 1 diabetes, that means you're not making any insulin at all. It's more of a genetic issue. So that it won't help with type 1. But for type 2 diabetes, GLP-1s are definitely approved. There's an indication for weight loss now. So for obesity, so if you're BMI of over 35, it'll be approved for that. There's a disease called MASH, which is basically fibrosis of the liver. It's a metabolic hepatosteat, complicated thing. Basically, the liver, everyone's heard of fatty liver. Mm-hmm. When that fat actually starts to fibrose and cause breakdown of the liver itself, which could lead to liver failure and eventually death, it's approved for that because it has been shown to help in that one. And it's also been approved for sleep apnea cases.
Very interesting.
It's also been approved for some types of congestive heart failure. So that's something that the cardiologists are using a lot more of now.
So if we, don't qualify for a GLP-1 or we don't want to pay for it out of pocket, how do we eliminate joint pain?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is You can use anti-inflammatory medications. Those will help. That's one. Exercise and physical therapy. It seems counterintuitive to say, guys, my joints hurt, I should go exercise more. But that has actually been shown to help a lot. So that is something that helps. Stretching before you do any kind of movement and exercise. About 5 to 10 minutes of stretching is fantastic to help with joint pain.
And can I just add real quick? For me, anyway, active stretching versus static stretching. Active stretching helps me far more.
Absolutely. I mean, I think those are both great options.
Yeah.
But active stretching, I think, is by far the best, and you're proof of that. It helps that one. There's also anti-inflammatory medications like ibuprofen, things of that sort will help a lot. And at sometimes joint injections, where they actually put some steroid and some analgesic in the joint, will calm down acute cases and really help quite a bit.
Dr. Johar, what is happening when we hear that pop?
That's a great question, because I just had a long discussion with my daughter about that. She likes to pop her back. And I'm like, don't do that.
Or your neck or your knuckles. But what is going on?
Well, that's just release of gas that's in the joint. It's always been they're going to give yourself arthritis, you're going to hurt yourself. That's actually an old wives' tale. It's one of those medical myths we talk about. Nothing bad has been happening, but if it happens all the time, you may want to check and make sure that there's nothing structurally abnormal with it. Happening every now and then is very, very common and not something to be concerned about at all. That's just a release of gas that gets in the joint somehow, and as you move, it pops out.
And Dr. Johar, what about these CBD creams and oils and stuff like that? Is that snake oil, or does that really do anything?
I have not seen any studies. I'm not going to say it's total snake oil, but I've not seen any studies where it makes a lasting difference. It have to be absorbed through the skin into the joint itself. And we know that what lubricates the joints and really helps is the synovial fluid that's in there, and that is not being produced.
Got it. Dr. Johar, we always love picking your brain. Thank you so much, and hopefully we all move a little smoother today.
Take care, guys.
I didn't qualify for insurance, but Premier U is where I turned for the generic form of those GLP-1s. And again, it has changed my life. And I'm about 24 pounds down, and it fluctuates a little between, 20 pounds and 25 pounds. But the change that I have felt, the confidence that I've gotten back, even after 5 pounds, because I knew finally I was moving the needle, that has not changed. I just get happier and happier, and I'm able to go back into a box of clothes that I had packed up ready to give away that I can now get in, and actually I don't look like a baked potato in it. And Premier U can help you just like they've helped me. Josh, you're talking about sleep. And the last time I was at Premier U, which was last Thursday, because I check in once a month, I sat down and we started talking about my sleep, because I was waking up at 3 o'clock. And I didn't realize that I should be taking magnesium more. Like, I was taking 1 capsule, and they said, no, take 3 of those. And then he said there's 2 more supplements that you can take that will kind of slow your mind. And I would love to tell you what they are. It's like L-theanine. You have to go to Premier U, because they can help you with all these little things. So you're not necessarily getting on some drug, but they can help you with all these supplements that can really get you better sleep, more energy, and just all around feel better. I have slept better the last 4 days since I started those supplements than I have slept in probably 2 years.
That's when I'm going tomorrow morning, Premier U. I have an appointment, and I'm going to mention that and say, put me on the Heidi program.
Absolutely. Well, you can join Premier U as well. Premier, the letter U, med.com is the website. PremierUmed.com, or give them a call. Make that initial appointment, 618-750-LIFE.
Jill Farmer here with Jeff Zufall, Senior Tax Strategist and Wealth Advisor at Capital Advisory Group and author of the #1 best-selling books on taxes, Keep What's Yours and Keeping What's Yours. Jeff, with the talk of rising interest rates, now's the time for a tax strategy.
Thanks, Jill. Since 1976, thousands of businesses have relied upon the tax reduction strategies provided by Capital Advisory Group to help them manage the effects of inflation and rising interest rates to keep more of what they earn. We're celebrating 50 years helping small businesses grow and thrive by minimizing the financial risk to their businesses, reducing their tax liability, and growing their wealth using strategic tax planning. The Fed is hinting that inflation and interest rates will continue to rise in the months ahead. If you're relying upon investment advice from someone who isn't familiar with your tax strategy and you feel like you might be paying more than your fair share in taxes, we can help.
Give Capital Advisory Group a call at 636-394-5524, 636-394-5524, online at capitaladvisorygrp.com.
You know that honey-do list isn't getting any shorter, and you got to make a dent into it. Can I recommend going somewhere to helping you out? Schnarr's Hardware. Schnarr's Hardware has 2 locations, one in Webster and one in Ladue. One great family, 2 great hardware stores. Schnarr's Hardware. When you walk in with that list, you say, okay, I think I know how to do this one, but these 3 I need help on. And you know what? The people behind the counter at Schnarr's Hardware, that's what they do best. They have the expertise, so they can help you with electrical, help you with plumbing, painting, really anything at Schnarr's Hardware. They're small, they're compact, but it's that friendly neighborhood hardware store that has been the way it's been here in America for years, right? You remember when your grandfather took you to the hardware store. That's Schnarr's Hardware. The popcorn and the advice are free. So when you go to Schnarr's Hardware, 2 locations in Webster and in Ladue. Don't forget about the website, schnarrshardware.com. So for all of your hardware needs and that honey-do list, Schnarr's Hardware or schnarrshardware.com.
John Beal Roofing has been proudly serving homeowners and businesses in the St. Louis metro area on both sides of the river in Missouri and Illinois for over 3 generations. A dependable roof begins with a team you can count on, and that's exactly what you get with John Beal Roofing. Recognized as one of Roofing Contractor Magazine's top 100 roofing companies, John Beal Roofing offers 24/7 emergency service and industry-leading warranties, including a lifetime workmanship warranty for total peace of mind. From upgrading an aging roof or completing a full replacement, the team at John Beal Roofing delivers solutions that are built to code, built to last, and handled with expert care. John Beal also responds quickly with reliable storm damage services backed by decades of experience and 24/7 emergency support. Get started today for expert service and a free, no obligation estimate by calling 1-800-NEW-ROOF. That's 1-800-NEW-ROOF.
The official birthplace of the toasted ravioli is
Mama's on the Hill.
And Mama's on the Hill serves the best in town. Mama's has been a mainstay on the Hill for decades and is still a family-run restaurant serving up great Italian food in a fun atmosphere. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner, and right in the heart of the Hill at Edwards and Bischoff. Delicious catering and party rooms too.
Mama's on the Hill.
Make reservations at 314-776-3100 and 24/7 at mamasonthehill.com.
Don't miss the summer sale going on all month long at Appliance Discounters. Come in today and save, and they'll deliver it tomorrow. Savings up to 60% off select models. In addition to their sales prices, Appliance Discounters is having huge factory rebates on select models. They have a 50,000 square foot warehouse full of savings. Just come by one of their 6 showrooms and they'll show you why they're called the Appliance Discounters. Appliance Discounters with 6 locations or online at theappliancediscounters.com.
Hey, this is Zipper Zepper. You know, St. Louis has great sports, great entertainment, time for some great conversation. That's why I'm excited to invite you to the Mater Media Speaker Series. We're bringing in Bill O'Reilly, Cardinal Dolan, John O'Leary, other national speakers at the J. Scheidegger Center for the Arts, Lindenwood University. Tickets are on sale. Don't wait. Early bird pricing going on now. Go to matermedia.org. That's matermedia.org.
Galmish & Sons have been providing quality heating and cooling services since 1950. They work exclusively with Lennox, the preferred choice of St. Louis homeowners. Call Galmish & Sons for your next Lennox HVAC installation and service. 314-993-1110.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
10 minutes before 4 o'clock. Captain Paul, what are you seeing out there?
Honey, we have some issues out there, but not on 270 East in North County like yesterday. There's a crash on 270 South at 44, blocking the two left lanes with a bumper-to-bumper jam back to Manchester. Complicating things is a vehicle fire on 270 South at Manchester. In Belleville, Illinois 15 is closed between 157 and 13 due to an accident, with a bumper-to-bumper back up to 255. 70 East is heavy between Salisbury and St. Louis Avenue. 64 West crowded from Kings Highway to Clayton Skinker and in Lake St. Louis. Construction is causing some slowdowns in the Metro East. 64 East is congested from Illinois 111 to 157, and 255 is heavy from Collinsville Road to Horseshoe Lake Road. This traffic report is brought to you by the Quarry at Crystal Springs Golf Course. The Quarry at Crystal Springs delivers a convenient and affordable golf course that is a true test of any player's game. 4 sets of tees will allow players of all abilities to choose the course length that will best suit their enjoyment. Visit them today. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Tonight, Freedom 250 will officially kick off the Great American State Fair on the National Mall. President Trump is set to deliver remarks around 7:30. Rich Frankel, former special agent in charge FBI, joins us with what it takes to protect something like that, a place like that, when, of course, everyone knows where everyone is going to be. Hey, Rich.
Hey, good afternoon. Yeah, listen, it's going to be quite the event. But as we saw from the UFC event, not only were they able to keep everyone safe at that event, meaning Secret Service, FBI, all the law enforcement, but they even did so when there was a active known threat against that event. And so I expect that same level of protection to be at the event on the mall tonight.
And Rich, does it change things since we're talking about the National Mall now and not the White House grounds?
Yeah, in the sense of that, the White House grounds are always protected, and it's probably the most protected place in the United States, if not the world. But the mall is going to have such protection around it. I'm sure they're going to have different layers of how you enter into the mall. You're going to have to go through magnetometers, possibly pat-downs, other types of technical surveillance. You'll have both overt law enforcement out there and covert law enforcement. You'll have cameras, both the temporary ones that you see, on those movable lampposts, as well as the stationary ones. And I think you'll even see drones up there that are controlled by either Secret Service or Metro PD or the Capitol Police that will also be patrolling the area.
Rich, I'm glad you mentioned drones because can drones fight drones? If bad guys trying to get drones into the area, first, you got to recognize them. And second, what do you do?
Yeah, there are ways that they have to take those drones down, but you have to always be careful about that because you don't want drones actually falling into the crowd, on people, and et cetera. But what I've seen from what they've done at the World Cup in Miami, in New York, and L.A. for sure, they've done 50, 60 times where they've taken drones down and arrested or at least charged the people who were flying those drones. So there are actually all ways that they've come up with now to identify who's flying the drones and then have those drone operators either bring them down or, if need be, there are other ways to do it. But again, they have to be very careful.
Rich, what do you know about this newly released advisory on this concern over the NVEs? I've never heard of this group.
Yeah, you know what? I was the same way probably, 6 months ago, 7 months ago, in the sense that I had never heard that name. And I actually had to call in to some contacts in intelligence to find out what that was. So it's a group of usually young males, either, in their preteens, teens, or post-teens that basically hate everything. And their goal is to get other teens or other individuals to do the same. And when I say hate everything, they hate blacks, they hate Jews, they hate Hispanics, they hate people who make money, they hate people who are vegan. They hate people who aren't vegan. They just hate everything that's out there, and it's almost a game to them to get as many people involved and be as virulent as they are in their hatred. And then what they try to do is actually get these recruits to either commit acts of violence or commit an act of violence against themselves. In other words, commit suicide or do a some type of active shooter where they then commit suicide after that. We've seen that in several occasions throughout the U.S. and through a couple of what I believe to be suicides that have been pushed forward by these by this group of NVEs.
Wow.
Hey, Rich, what is the Great American State Fair? I know that we were supposed to be getting some concerts, but some of those things fell through. What can people expect when they go down to the National Mall over the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, supposedly they're supposed to have a lot of events. I think every state plus, some of the territories are going to be having tents or booths or some type of exhibits on the mall for this amount of time, kind of showing, something from their state. There are going to be different displays during this. There were going to be some concerts. That's changing as things go on. I believe Greenwood, the
Lee Greenwood.
I'm spacing on his name, but he wrote the song after 9/11 about the USA. Lee Greenwood. He's going to be singing tonight, and of course, the president will be out there on the mall giving his speech or his whatever he's going to say during this event.
Yeah, Rich, we always appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
I think it'd be a lot of fun to go to D.C. for probably too late now, but
for this,
maybe
this is one I would rather stay away from.
You'd sit out this one.
Yeah, just with all the people. Not for me, but hey, to each their own.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
My name is Dan Head, owner of Patriot Build Sunrooms and Luna Builds. This combination makes us unique in the market. Essentially, if you dream it, we can build it. From the highest level custom finishes to more user-friendly projects, our amazing craftsmen will make it a reality. Give us a call at 314-822-3232 or visit us at our Kirkwood showroom or online at patriotbuildsstl.com.
When you own a Patriot sunroom, you've got outdoor living.
Are you looking for a deck? I am. And you know who I turn to? Outdoor Living and Pat Leahy. They've been a sponsor for a long time, and they've done some other projects for me, but this one's the big one. It's going to have metal framing, composite decking, and when it's all said and done, he's going to put a 50-year warranty on it. Not because I'm his spokesperson for all these years, but because I am a customer. Outdoor Living takes care of St. Louis, so if you're looking for a deck that will survive the heat and the winter and the sun and everything else, Outdoor Living, Big Bend and I-44 in Kirkwood. Outdoor Living, or OutdoorLivingInc.com.
At Midland, we know sometimes all it takes is a moment for an idea to spark, or to make it happen, a moment to find your dream, or build one, a moment to start your forever, or at least start planning for it. Whatever moments you have, Midland is here for them, and can help you make them. Midland, brighter together. Visit us at midlandsb.com. Midland States Bank is member FDIC.
When you pay for tree work, you want to be sure you're getting the most for your hard-earned money. That's why you should always use the ISA certified arborist at River City Tree Service in Baldwin, Missouri. Hi, I'm Steve with River City Tree Service, and we've been the go-to tree service since 2008. Tree removal, tree trimming, storm damage, deadwood removal, stump grinding, and more. Give River City Tree Service a call for all your tree service needs at 314-270-8071. That's 314-270-8071. River City Tree Service.
station identification.
KTRS St. Louis.
Streaming live at ktrs.com.
From ABC News, I'm Lindsay Davis, anchor of Prime, streaming weeknights on ABC News Live. Disappointed Republican lawmakers who had lunch on Capitol Hill with President Trump today had a surprise serving of tension and shouting. Many had expected a political win-win in an election year with the president signing a bipartisan affordable housing bill, but he canceled it, insisting Congress first pass his Save America Act, an election-related measure. After the lunch, the president.
I think we had a really great meeting, and we're very proud of the party. We like our leader. We like everybody really in the room. I don't like a few people, but that's okay. I think you know who they are.
One of those might be Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy. He indicates that what sources tell ABC News is correct, that the meeting was tense with the president frustrated over yesterday's war powers resolution vote. Cassidy says that he and the president raised their voices. Cassidy says he asked Trump about the Iran war.
You have not told the American people what's going on. It was supposed to last 4 weeks. It's lasted 4 months. Our original objectives have not been achieved. And I want to know what's going on.
Cassidy says he makes no apologies. A federal judge today permanently barred Trump's executive order implementing a proof of citizenship requirement to vote. ABC's Peter Haralambous.
Judge Denise Casper wrote that the Constitution, quote, does not grant the president any specific powers over elections. Separate from today's ruling, Trump earlier this year signed a second executive order on voting to create a national list of verified voters. That policy is still being challenged in court.
A life-threatening heat wave is smothering much of Western and Southern Europe. ABC's James Longman reports in London.
Spain, Italy and the UK all sweltering. Rome, one of 15 Italian cities under a red warning, the highest weather alert possible. And in London, the changing of the guard has been cancelled for the rest of the week.
Wall Street major indexes closed the day mixed. The Dow higher, the S&P and NASDAQ lower. You're listening to ABC News.
Summer has a way of bringing people together. Backyard barbecues, open patios, sunlight filling your favorite rooms. It's the season when your home takes center stage. And if your windows or doors are showing their age, there's never been a better time to refresh the spaces you enjoy most. Imagine more natural light in your favorite rooms, a patio door that glides effortlessly, and a home that's ready for everything summer brings. That's the difference beautifully crafted replacement windows and doors can make, adding comfort, style, and lasting value to the place you love most. Right now, buy one window or door and get one window or door 40% off. Call now to see how affordable summer comfort and style can be with flexible financing options available. From the moment you schedule your appointment, you'll experience the attention to detail and world-class service that's helped make Renewal by Andersen one of the most trusted names in home improvement. Schedule your free window and door diagnosis by June 30th. Call 877-WINDOWS or visit renewalbyanderson.com today. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service.
Good afternoon. It's 4:03 and 82 degrees at Westport Plaza. I'm Brendan Weesey, and here's the latest from the KTRS Newsroom. Breaking news from the ballpark downtown this afternoon as the Cardinals announced some changes in organizational leadership. Bill DeWitt III will oversee both business and baseball operations as the chief executive officer. Anut Karu-Naratne has been elevated to president of business operations. Meanwhile, Bill DeWitt Jr. remains in his role as chairman and principal owner of the ball club. More than 400 people nationwide have been charged with healthcare fraud, including in Missouri and Illinois. KTRS's Jill Enders has the story.
This was a result of the Justice Department's 2026 National Healthcare Fraud Takedown. 17 of those charged are in the state of Illinois and 24 in Missouri. Attorney General Catherine Hanaway released a statement which reads in part, quote, "Our office is putting fraudsters on notice. If you steal from our Missouri Medicaid program, we will find you and we will hold you accountable," end quote. Hanaway adds that her office is seeking more than $600,000 in restitution, as well as damages and penalties. Jill Enders, KTRS News.
The East-West Gateway Council of Governments has approved the bus rapid transit line for the city of St. Louis. Mayor Kara Spencer told our partners at First Alert 4 that the 11.5-mile line along North Florissant will connect thousands more St. Louisans and provide a dozen more stations than the previously proposed light rail option would have. Forest Park is celebrating its 150th birthday today. To mark the milestone, Forest Park Forever is hosting a series of events, including a birthday party going on right now until 7 o'clock at the Boathouse, featuring live music, a photo booth, free treats, and drinks. This KTRS Business Minute is brought to you by Walter Knoll Florist, the place for all your floral needs. Place your order anytime at WKF.com. Construction is underway for a new STEM building on the campus of Harris Stowe State University. A groundbreaking ceremony was held yesterday for a $66 million project. A look now at the markets, brought to you by JBL Financial. Tune in for Straight Talk on Retirement Saturday mornings from 9 until 11 right here on the Big 550. The Dow is up 182 points today at 51,848, but a volatile day for the NASDAQ. It was up big and then down big late, 110 points at 25,476, and the S&P 500 down a little more than 7 at 73,58. Right now, let's head on over to the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk. That's where we find the good captain himself, Paul Kopsky. Good afternoon, Paul.
Good afternoon, Brendan. The Cardinals look to bounce back tonight against Arizona after their ninth-inning rally fell short in a 4-3 loss to the Diamondbacks last night. Matthew Liberatore, who hasn't won a game in June, gets the ball for the Redbirds. Meanwhile, the Cardinals have dealt relief pitcher Chris Roycroft to the Tampa Bay Rays in exchange for a player to be named later or cash considerations. Roycroft had been designated for assignment after posting an ERA over 15 through 7 games this year. I'm Paul Kopsky from the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk, and now on to traffic. There's a crash on 270 South at 44 with a stop-and-go jam back to Olive. In Centerville, Illinois 157 is closed at 15 due to an accident. 70 East is heavy between Salisbury and St. Louis Avenue. 64 West crowded from Kings Highway to Clayton Skinker and in Lake St. Louis. 64 East slows down around 170. Construction is causing slowdowns in the Metro East. 64 East is congested from Illinois 111 to 157, and 255 is heavy from Collinsville Road to Horseshoe Lake Road. This traffic report is brought to you by Neighbors Credit Union. If you're ready to upsize, downsize, or first-time home buy, turn to the team at Neighbors Credit Union. At Neighbors Credit Union, you'll find great rates, expert advice, and personalized friendly service throughout the entire home loan process and beyond. That's just what you'd expect from a great neighbor. Apply online today at neighborscu.org. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. Let's take a look at that weather forecast for tonight. Isolated showers and thunderstorms, possibility throughout the night, and they've been west and southwest of the metropolitan area this afternoon. Tonight we'll have a low temperature around 69 degrees. Tomorrow, a flood watch begins in the afternoon. It remains in effect until Friday morning. Multiple inches of rain are possible, and our best chance of showers and thunderstorms are tomorrow and into the day on Friday. Thursday, we'll have a high temperature of 85 degrees. Currently at Westport Plaza, we have 82 under cloudy skies. For the Talk of St. Louis, I'm Brendan Wiese on the Big 550 KTRS.
Repairing chimneys, walkways, porches, foundations, entire homes, anything to do with brick or stone, you need a tuck pointer you can trust, and that, of course, is Morelli. Morelli is a family-run business started in 1991, and they're only as good as their last customer. That's why when you check out the reviews online at MorelliTuckPointing.com, you'll notice that they're actual customers who are singing the praises of Morelli. So if you need a tuck pointer, you need Morelli. 314-645-1387 or MorelliTuckPointing.com.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Our headlines for this Wednesday afternoon, June 24th. Music venue in the Grove expands with a restaurant opening in July. Bob, I picked this for you because you just in the last month or so went to Atomic by Jammo, a music venue in the Grove, and now it's expanding by adding a restaurant to its space along Manchester Avenue. Atomic Eats joins the brand umbrella that includes Atomic Lounge, Atomic Garage, and Atomic Pavilion, owned and operated by concert promoter JMO Presents. Drew Jameson, founder of JMO Presents, is partnering with the Five Senses LLC. That's the team behind Kingside Diner and Herbie's. So this ought to be pretty good.
I would think so.
The restaurant will celebrate its grand opening July 8th. The menu at Atomic Eats is described as elevated but approachable comfort food. Jameson opened Atomic by JMO, which includes both indoor and outdoor music venues, a cocktail bar, and a nightclub back in September 2024. The indoor music venue has capacity for 200 and will also be offered for private events, including weddings and rehearsal dinners. The outdoor venue, located on the property's patio, allows crowds of up to 900 for a concert. So look for a restaurant to join all of those other fun spaces on July 8th.
It's a cool spot.
It really is.
When I was there seeing Samantha Fish, was it earlier this month or last month? They made me some sort of special margarita.
It was delicious.
Oh my goodness! No, they do a real nice job there, the bar and the concert venue. So I can't wait to try the food.
It'll be fun.
It'll be good. I got 2 quickies here. Usually I try to have some fun with this, but this is some weird stuff.
Okay.
Well, the first one's not so weird, except that it happened. Did you see that Northern California had an earthquake?
No, I missed that.
5.6 on the Richter.
Ooh.
It was in a rural area, Mendocino, north of sort of Napa and all that, but they do make wine there. 5.6, no serious injuries were reported, at least when this story came out. And I don't know what this means, except it sounds impressive. The USGS said it was about 5 miles deep, the epicenter.
Oh.
That seems way down there. So is that better? Is that worse? I don't know, but it's a stat.
I don't either, and I grew up on a fault line, but I've never
You did,
really.
that's right.
So I'm not sure what that means. How deep a fault line usually is. I'm going to do a little search.
So when you guys would get an earthquake, did it become commonplace, or were you like, is this the big one?
You know, it wasn't, is this the big one until 91 with Dr. Ivan Browning. Before that, you'd feel a little shake, but you kind of got used to it, and it wasn't even talked about.
It's so funny because you think of these kind of earthquakes in California, rocky area and all like that, but the New Madrid fault's on all that, what do you call it, Delta.
Oh, yeah.
It's all Delta, and you go, whoa. And isn't it near where you grew up, where, I guess it was, 150 years ago, maybe a little longer, that the river ran backwards?
That was New Madrid. That is exactly where that is.
That freaks me out.
There's a little museum there that shows a video and how it used to be, and yeah.
That's freaky.
It is very scary, but honestly now, I mean, when, of course, people learned, they built house. We didn't have a whole lot of 2-story houses even. I would say a handful of basements.
Yeah.
So the structures were built differently. Probably the bigger damage is going to come to the cities surrounding it, like Memphis and here in St. Louis.
That's right. Exactly right. Well, this one, I just couldn't believe it when I saw it. A suspect arrested in back-to-back blowgun dart shootings in Cleveland. Well, I thought I'd seen it all and heard it all. A man suspected of shooting 2 people with blowgun darts in broad daylight in Cleveland has been arrested. 42-year-old suspect, whose name was not immediately released, was arrested. Felony assault. One lady had to go to the hospital. He shot her with 5 darts, and one of them pierced her liver.
Oh, my
so
gosh.
it's pretty serious.
This isn't playing around like you have a little toy slingshot.
No, and you see it in the movies, you go, okay.
Yeah.
But this guy somehow became proficient with blow dart guns. And so you just got to always be on the lookout. Who knows?
Who knows what's going on?
Unbelievable.
The New Madrid fault system generates earthquakes at depths ranging from 3 to 12 miles below the Earth's surface. So that's right in that range.
Right in that range.
When Bob said that earlier, I thought of Fred Sanford. Oh, this is the big
one.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
I thought you were going to do a blowgun.
No, my brother had one. I don't know where he got it. He came home from school. I mean, we're talking 7th, 8th grade.
He didn't create it with like a straw and...
No.
And a
it was
little
like,
paper wadded up to shoot at the teacher. Heidi, did you do that?
Not at the teacher.
the back of other students'
Yes.
heads.
Perhaps.
Yes.
He might have ordered this thing
Back of a comic book or
yeah.
something.
then?
Yeah, there was no online back then. But
He traded for something.
Yeah.
my parents took it away from him, but they just put it under their bed. Like, we used to get it out all the time.
Yeah, usually back in those days,
That's
you would
where
get
they hid things.
you would get pea shooters.
Ugh.
You know,
Oh,
and you-
yeah.
And they would be frozen peas,
Yeah.
right? Or would they be like little metal balls?
But at least you had to be creative.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, this was dangerous. So
All right. Bed Bath & Beyond has been closed for a couple of years now, but the Overstock.com bought them.
Uh-huh.
Overstock.com changed their name to Bed Bath & Beyond because the brand is just so powerful.
yeah,
Well, why'd they go away in the first place? I don't know. That would be a
online stuff. Maybe you buy your sheets. I don't know.
probably a business class that tackles this whole thing.
Yeah.
But they're back now, and there's some actual standalone Bed Bath & Beyond stores again, and some Container Store co-branded stores. And there's something called Kirkland's.
Yeah,
Heard of it?
I've never heard of this, but apparently we have multiple
we do.
in the St. Louis area.
Do we have one in Gravois Bluffs?
You
a lot of
might.
that, a lot of that stuff
Yeah.
changes out.
I got the map here. So the closest actual Bed Bath & Beyond branded store, they have 4 of them in Nashville. But we've got 5 Kirklands here in the St. Louis area, 2 on the east side and 3 out west. So I am not familiar with them, but they have one, let's see here, on the boulevard
We had
out in Chesterfield.
We used to have a BB&B. I wish they'd come back.
Come back. What is Kirkland's? Does anyone
Same
know?
kind of-
Home goods?
Yeah,
Home good
store.
stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, the big story today is that Bed Bath & Beyond will start taking their old coupons again. They used to send
how
out
about
the
that?
Big
big
blue one.
the big blue
My
one.
mom had a billfold full of them. And every time I said I needed something, whether it was a, pan or a dish towel, hold on. I've got one. I've got one of these blue coupons.
20% off
Oh.
any one item in the store.
It was
could
a
range
big
from
deal.
vacuum cleaner to a duvet cover.
Yeah.
to
Maybe
whatever.
that's what happened. They kept giving away
Too many
stuff
big
at
blue
20%
coupons.
off.
And they kept accepting the ones that had expired. I mean, chances
Yeah.
are if you showed up with one, they'd still take
Oh, yeah.
it.
I thought that was part of the fun.
There's a woman named Mary Tierney. She says she has a type A personality, but she has one weakness. She collected these things. She has 125 expired big blue coupons.
She can't wait to use them.
The store is saying we will take them because we are celebrating the fact that we're open again. We will take your old expired coupons. And they're running a contest to find the oldest.
Oh.
So if
That's
you've
kinda
got
fun.
one,
Mom, are you listening?
this woman in Reading, Massachusetts, 2007. This guy in New York City, he's got one from 2014. So
Oh, come on.
ask
Surely.
Heidi's mom.
My mom has one dating back further than that.
There's 97 co-branded locations with the Container Store. Maybe the one off Brentwood. I don't know. Is the one off Brentwood Square, is that a B?
It's not yet.
Bed Bath & Beyond / Container Store?
We want them back. Come on back.
Yeah. I loved that store.
Oh, I did too. I think I bought everything for my first house and
We
maybe
did too.
first apartment at
Yeah.
a Bed Bath Beyond. And how many people registered for their wedding at a Bed Bath
yeah.
and Beyond?
Guilty as
Yeah,
charged.
I mean,
Definitely.
you can find everything there. The thing though that you couldn't find there is a tech to come fix your air conditioning when it gets hot. Thankfully, there is Indoor Comfort Team Heating and Air Conditioning, a company that's been around since 1979, and now they are having one of their biggest promotions of the year, free second opinion. So if you were told by another HVAC company that maybe you need a big repair, one that you weren't expecting, maybe it's a complete system replacement. Indoor Comfort Team will provide a completely free second opinion. All you have to do is mention my name. So they'll come out, they will re-diagnose the system, they'll confirm whether the repair is truly necessary, they'll confirm whether a replacement is actually needed, and they'll help you honestly understand the options. They will probably be able to do it a little cheaper. So you already have to have a first opinion from another licensed HVAC company, including a service ticket or maybe a diagnosis from that company. And as long as you have that, then Indoor Comfort Team will provide the second opinion completely free if you mention my name. You can check out Indoor Comfort Team online at indoorcomfortteam.com, or go ahead and call them, schedule that appointment, have them come out and look over your system. 314-894-8200. 314-894-8200. Coming up, Lauren Risley joins us to talk about some of the things you might forget when you actually buy a new home.
Summer has a way of bringing people together. Backyard barbecues, open patios, sunlight filling your favorite rooms. It's the season when your home takes center stage. And if your windows or doors are showing their age, there's never been a better time to refresh the spaces you enjoy most. Imagine more natural light in your favorite rooms, a patio door that glides effortlessly, and a home that's ready for everything summer brings. That's the difference beautifully crafted replacement windows and doors can make, adding comfort, style, and lasting value to the place you love most. Right now, buy one window or door and get one window or door 40% off. Call now to see how affordable summer comfort and style can be with flexible financing options available. From the moment you schedule your appointment, you'll experience the attention to detail and world-class service that's helped make Renewal by Andersen one of the most trusted names in home improvement. Schedule your free window and door diagnosis by June 30th. Call 877-WINDOWS or visit renewalbyandersen.com today. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service.
I'm Mark Cantor. Here's why you can count on Cantor Injury Law.
My name is Michelle. I'm a litigation paralegal at Cantor Injury Law, and you can count on Cantor because we are smart, honest, and hardworking.
I'm Kevin Glenn, and a partner here at Cantor Injury Law. You can count on Cantor because we make your cause our cause.
No fee if no recovery. Please visit cantorinjurylaw.com or call us at 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
It's Julie Buck along with Jeff Zufall, the senior tax strategist and wealth advisor at Capital Advisory Group, and of course the author of the #1 best-selling book on taxes called Keep What's Yours and Keeping What's Yours. Jeff, with the talk of the rising interest rates, now is the time for a tax strategy, don't you think?
Thanks, Julie. Since 1976, thousands of businesses have relied upon the tax reduction strategies provided by Capital Advisory Group to help them manage the effects of inflation and rising interest rates to keep more of what they earn. We're celebrating 50 years helping small businesses grow and thrive by minimizing the financial risk to their businesses, reducing their tax liability, and growing their wealth using strategic tax planning. The Fed is hinting that inflation and interest rates will continue to rise in the months ahead. If you're relying upon investment advice from someone who isn't familiar with your tax strategy and you feel like you might be paying more than your fair share in taxes, we can help.
Give Capital Advisory Group a call at 636-394-5524, capitaladvisorygrp.com.
Julius Krasanik here, celebrating 54 years in this industry. My family owns Wholesale Siding Depot. That's WSDepot.com. Our seasoned customer service group has over 200 years of combined siding, window, and door experience. My grandson Elijah says,
"Are you kidding me?"
Tired of companies that like to apply pressure to sell you high-priced fiberglass or wood windows? We offer the Andersen Fibrex family of windows in styles and colors, including black, at wholesale prices. What are you waiting for? We sell truckloads of siding, windows, and doors from CertainTeed, Andersen, Viwinco, Provia, and other major brands, all at wholesale prices, while offering a free contractor referral service for your expert installation needs. Keep it local, family, and professional. Visit WSDepot.com. That's WSDepot.com.
John Beal Roofing has been proudly serving homeowners and businesses in the St. Louis metro area on both sides of the river in Missouri and Illinois for over 3 generations. A dependable roof begins with a team you can count on, and that's exactly what you get with John Beal Roofing. Recognized as one of Roofing Contractor Magazine's top 100 roofing companies, John Beal Roofing offers 24/7 emergency service and industry-leading warranties, including a lifetime workmanship warranty for total peace of mind. From upgrading an aging roof or completing a full replacement, the team at John Beal Roofing delivers solutions that are built to code, built to last, and handled with expert care. John Beal also responds quickly with reliable storm damage services backed by decades of experience and 24/7 emergency support. Get started today for expert service and a free, no obligation estimate by calling 1-800-NEW-ROOF. That's 1-800-NEW-ROOF.
You're listening to The Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Under the terms of the Memorandum of Understanding, the UN's nuclear watchdog will inspect nuclear sites in Iran. Jordana Miller, ABC News correspondent in Jerusalem, joins us with the latest. Hey, Jordana.
Hi there. We're hearing contradictory statements from Iran and the U.S. about whether or not these UN inspectors are actually going to get back into Iran and look at some of the sites that were bombed by the U.S. and Israel, both last year and in this war. And those inspections would be important, in any case because they're bombed sites. But in this case, added onto that is the fact that we believe that most of the 1,000 pounds of enriched uranium to 60% is sitting under some of these sites in Natanz, in Fordow, in Isfahan. And so looking at what is happening there and the impact of those strikes and everything else around those strikes, and the material is essential, right, in this deal. And the United States, we heard from the vice president and from the president that Iran is going to allow in those UN inspectors. But the Iranians are saying, no, we haven't made new commitments. There's no timetable, right? And they're kind of denying that they have actually, that they will allow these inspectors in. And I think, if we look at other areas like the Strait of Hormuz, who's going to manage it, right? The United States says no one's going to manage it. The Iranians are saying, no, we're going to be in charge. Or the money that's going to come to Iran, those unfrozen assets from Qatar. The Iranians saying we have full discretion to spend the money the way we want. And the United States saying, no, you've agreed that, that it will only be spent on certain kinds of items, and some of them will come from the United States. So I think we're seeing a pattern here where the Iranians are having a really difficult time publicly saying what they have conceded to or agreed to. And I think it's kind of in line with their political culture, right? We have to remember, Iran is far from a democracy. They don't owe their people the truth or transparency or accountability, right? So they can really say whatever they want. And they are saying to their people something which looks like, by all accounts, is not true, which is that Iran has agreed to let UN inspectors in, and maybe just the date hasn't yet been, put on the calendar.
So negotiating in full faith is not what I'm seeing here. Iran sounds at best to just be stubborn and not admit what they've agreed to. And at worst, they haven't agreed to this stuff. But in the meantime, Jordana, tell me this. Did I hear that we're buying their oil now? It almost seems like Iran is getting more now than they ever had before the bombing started.
Well, that's the great irony, I think, of this war. The Iranians are getting economic benefits up front before they've committed to any real limitations on their nuclear weapons program, which, by the way, was the main reason the United States and Israel went to war against Iran, right? That they were too close to breaking out to a nuclear weapon. And here they're getting the ability to sell their oil on the open market, which we know now is elevated prices, high prices because of the war. And they're going to make hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And they're allowed to do that now because the U.S. has given them a waiver up front. But again, they haven't agreed to limits on their nuclear weapons program. They're basically getting money up front for agreeing to talk about all these things, to negotiate on these issues. And even when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz, there's still discrepancies there. I mean, we heard the president say just recently that, the Iranians are not going to charge, they never will be able to charge vessels for crossing through the Strait of Hormuz. And if they did, the negotiations wouldn't continue, right? But you can see the Iranians are still fighting to try to create facts on the ground where they're going to manage the Strait of Hormuz. They put out a statement with Oman today saying that they're working towards a kind of management and that there won't, they admit there won't be any fees in the first 60 days of these talks, but they're implying that maybe there'll be fees after.
Yeah. Where do we stand at the moment with the Strait of Hormuz? Are ships passing through?
They are passing through. And it looks like the daily average now is about 30 vessels, 35 vessels, cargo ships, which is, certainly an improvement from 5 or 6 or 7 or 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we zoom out, we're still far off the mark of pre-war levels, which was about 100 ships going through a day. So we're up to about 35. Okay, so we're getting there, but it's slow. It's slow. And by the way, it won't be able to hit those pre-war levels until several lanes are actually demined. And that process hasn't really started, and it's going to take a few weeks.
Does Israel have a current position on the U.S.-Iran negotiations, if that's what they really are, or is everything concentrated on Hezbollah right now?
So I would say publicly, the Israeli prime minister and most of his administration they've been careful not to slam or criticize President Trump's deal with Iran. But behind the scenes, and by some ministers who've called it a bad deal, one that really endangers the security of Israel, even behind the scenes, really across the political spectrum here, there is really serious concern about this negotiation with Iran, serious concerns about whether Iran will ever really, even if they commit, if they will follow through with limiting their nuclear weapons program. Israel has a negative trust factor towards Iran. And for them, they won't feel safe until the regime is gone. And the Israeli prime minister reiterated, today in remarks that, the fight against Iran and its nuclear program, as far as Israel is concerned, is not over, which implies that he does not see himself bound by a deal between the U.S. and Iran.
Does Israel want the U.S. to go to full-blown war and wipe out Iran?
I mean, I think the general consensus several weeks ago, before the MOU was really coming into focus and signed ultimately, I think the Israeli position was we're close to breaking the regime. The blockade is working. More military pressure, more time with the blockade could bring down the regime. And the Israelis absolutely wanted to continue the war.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Jordana, we always appreciate your insight. Thank you so much, and stay safe.
Thanks. Talk soon.
4 4:34. Let's toss it to Captain Paul, see how traffic's moving along.
Heidi, the latest is an accident on 270 South at 64 in the construction area. It's blocking the 3 left lanes with the bumper-to-bumper jam back to Olive. 270 South is also congested between 64 and Manchester. We have a crash on 70 East at Cary, blocking the 2 right lanes. In Centerville, Illinois 157 is closed at 15 due to an accident. 70 East is heavy between Salisbury and St. Louis Avenue. 64 West crowded from Kings Highway to Clayton Skinker and in Lake St. Louis. 64 East slows down around 170 and between 22nd Street and 11th Street. Construction is causing slowdowns in the Metro East. 64 East is congested between 111 and 157, and 255 is heavy from Collinsville Road to Horseshoe Lake Road. This traffic report is brought to you by the Rack House in Cottleville. Stop by for brunch or happy hour, or have the Rack House cater your next event with box lunches or buffets to accommodate groups of 10 to 200 people. The Rack House, featuring a seasonal menu and upscale casual dining and drinks since 2014. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
It's the half-price sale at Miller Furniture and Mattress, going on now through July 7th.
I'm Mark Miller, owner of Miller Furniture, your home for quality American-made furniture since 1927. Right now, save half off our list price on all in-stock items and get up to 60 months special financing.
Right now, it's half price on all Chatham & Wells mattresses when you purchase an adjustable base. Plus, up to $600 off select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster and Tempur-Pedic.
Take a seat and try out FlexSteel's newest custom comfort reclining sofas in the largest selection of their popular Z-Cliner collection sofas and lift chairs. Plus, the largest selection of Amish-made furniture with quick ship custom orders as fast as 3 weeks and half off. Visit any of our 4 showrooms in Belleville, Fairview Heights, Lake St. Louis, or Ellisville on Manchester Road. Don't miss the half-price sale at Miller Furniture, now through July 7th. At Miller Furniture, we put the family in furniture.
What does the Science Center, Lambert Airport, the Magic House, McDonnell Douglas, and St. Louis firehouses all have in common? They all trusted their roof to Beatty Roofing. Beatty Roofing has been in business for 70 years. They're not storm chasers. They're based right here in St. Louis, and they've been doing it right for 70-plus years. And if you need a roofer, Beatty Roofing. In fact, first responders get an extra 10% off all roofs. 314-892-1331 or online, BeattyRoofing.com.
St. Louis County Library and St. Louis Public Library are teaming up once again this summer to offer STL Summer Adventure. It's from June 1st to August 10th. The program invites kids and teens to go on an adventure with a variety of fun activities. Participants who complete any 10 activities will earn a prize. Everyone who signs up gets a free book at registration. Fun events will be offered throughout the summer featuring music, comedy, magic, science, experiments, and more. You can find all the info online at stlsummeradventure.org.
Looking for a smarter, safer way to invest? For a limited time, lock in a great rate with Together Credit Union's 11-month CD special. From day one, your return on investment is guaranteed. No market swings, no surprises, just a competitive fixed rate that steadily grows your deposit. Make your money work harder with a financial partner that puts you first. Visit a Together Credit Union branch near you or go online to togethercu.org to learn more. Together Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Are you looking for a deck? I am. And you know who I turn to? Outdoor Living and Pat Leahy. They've been a sponsor for a long time, and they've done some other projects for me, but this one's the big one. It's going to have metal framing, composite decking, and when it's all said and done, he's going to put a 50-year warranty on it. Not because I'm his spokesperson for all these years, but because I am a customer. Outdoor Living takes care of St. Louis, so if you're looking for a deck that will survive the heat and the winter and the sun and everything else, Outdoor Living, Big Bend and I-44 in Kirkwood. Outdoor Living or OutdoorLivingInc.com.
Don't miss Straight Talk on Retirement with Jeff and Aaron Lapidus every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Join this dynamic father-daughter duo every Saturday morning for an entertaining and intimate understanding of the retirement needs you may soon be facing. From decades of financial planning expertise combined with a deep knowledge of healthcare benefits, Aaron and Jeff will give you the Straight Talk on Retirement every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on the Big 550 KTRS. You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Well, buying a new house is exciting. So much so, you might forget to do a couple of really important things. Lauren Risley, founder of Lauren Risley Realty, is back with a few reminders. How are you? Because it's a big night for you tonight.
Well, not so much anymore. Gotta love St. Louis weather.
Oh, are you canceling your event?
Yeah. So, and it's just been a whole heck of a day.
I got it.
We have our client appreciation event at Rockwell Beer Garden down in Francis Park. We do it every year. Beautiful event. And as of Monday, there was a 56% chance of rain. So yesterday, I was in quite the tizzy. And then by yesterday afternoon, it said that there was 2% chance.
Mm-hmm.
So then at noon today, they called and said, hey, there's 100% chance of thunderstorms at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
If you want to cancel. And now there is no rain at all in the forecast.
Yeah.
So I'm now dreading the fact that Jenny went to Sam's yesterday and probably bought over 200 cookies, and they're going to be sitting in our office tomorrow for our team meeting.
Yeah, well,
so I'm working through some things.
Okay. Well, we're here for you. Let's talk about a few things that you can control. And I saw this list, and I sent it to you yesterday, and you said, well, the inspector covers a lot of this. And one of the things that I know I did not do when I bought my first house was change the locks. Are you supposed to after you move into a new house?
Supposed to is relative, right?
Okay.
I would tell you 0.5 out of 10 clients change their locks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anyone changes their locks, it's usually because they're putting a smart lock on.
Okay.
And they have to because they're putting a new keypad, versus a key. I have never in over 1,000 transactions had a client ask for a locksmith.
Okay.
Unless they've been locked out of their house.
Oh. All right. Now, here's another one that I saw, and I know I did not do, but now I'm wishing I had. Changing the toilet seats.
Oh, that's a big one for me.
I just never thought about it.
Yep, clients do not. Any house that I have moved into, granted, I've renovated them.
Uh-huh.
But I always change the toilet. I don't know what it is. I'm not a germaphobe. People would be very disgusted if they knew how often I wash my hands. You know what I mean? So that's not, I know, Josh, I was saving that for you.
Whoa.
My bathroom at home is clean. Okay. I'm not getting
I've been to your house.
Okay?
You're clean. Maybe there's a little bit of dog hair, but not much.
Okay. Fair. But for some reason for me, I want a freshie. I want one of my own. You know?
Now that we're talking about it, I completely agree.
People don't do it. People don't do it. And here, backing up to the locksmith thing, funny that people usually buy a new lock deadbolt set from Home Depot or Lowe's. And if you're doing it because there's a fancy handle or you want a lever and there's a knob or something like that, but if you're doing it just to get new locks, they're usually about $50 unless you're getting a cheapie, and then they're about $18. But your locksmith or our locksmith can come and rekey. So you keep all of the same door locks.
Oh.
Rekey the cylinder.
Okay.
But the nice thing is he comes and rekeys the cylinder, and he can do the cylinders on all of your doors.
Oh, so you only have one key?
Yep. Front door, back door, basement door. If you have a detached garage, garage door, and then he'll give you however many keys you want. And all of your key is the same for all of the doors, so you don't have to walk around like a janitor.
Oh, my God. I was thinking of Schneider from One Day at a Time with that big old ring of keys.
He was a real creep.
No, he was so good to those girls.
The top and the bottom can be the same key?
Yep.
I don't think I ever knew that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about refrigerator filters. Also something, if you're moving into a house that the fridge and the appliances are staying, are the refrigerator filters something that you probably need to change?
So when you sent me this, it felt like one of those things where real estate agents, we have fallen into this role of now being content creators and entertainers on social media. So to me, I've seen that video go around. And to me, it's I wouldn't post that because it's going to make it look like you don't know how to do your job.
Okay.
None of those things But I think that was more of like, because that doesn't happen. I've been in my house for 12 years. I've never changed the filter in my refrigerator.
Oh, no, we do, but it'll go bad and the light will pop
do you drink
on.
tap water in St. Louis?
I usually go for
the best water.
I
especially in the
know, but I like it triple filtered. It's
triple filtered. Actually, we sold a house that had a triple. Okay, I'm making part of this up, but triple osmosis. Osmosis is definitely in the word.
Okay.
Triple osmosis oxygenated water purifier.
Oh my gosh, I bet that water was just.
I couldn't taste the difference, but he thought that would be the selling point. Like, he wanted me to understand how this machine worked and where it came from and how it osmosis. And I was like, I'm good. Thank you. I'll break it down for people when they ask.
And I'm never getting that time back again. Okay, so what should we think about? What does the inspection cover so we don't have to worry about a couple of those things?
Yeah, that's a great question. And again, it's going to depend on what inspector you hire.
Okay.
We've had Joe Doctor with Pillar to Post on before. Very thorough. So there's a fine line between what we like to call as real estate agents deal killers, which are inspectors, deal killers, and being thorough and educating. So what a deal killer does is, every page, your plumbing, your electric, your roof, your HVAC, it'll say, okay, so basically it's a CYA. So nothing ever comes back on them for not finding it.
Mm-hmm.
Every paragraph basically says, please advise a licensed electrician. Please advise a licensed plumber. Please advise. Then it doesn't fall on them if they missed anything.
Got it.
And so then the client goes, oh my gosh, I have to get a licensed plumber, a licensed electrician. I have to get a roofer out here. I have to get a foundation specialist. And I'm like, what? And you read the report and it's like, or they give their opinion. They go, well, this foundation, this is a foundation issue. This looks like, this is pretty scary. And then you have like Weston with High and Dry Foundation come out and he goes, oh, that's a rebar pop.
Yeah,
that's
no big deal.
But then the buyer's now terminating the contract because as the seller, we don't get to be a part of that conversation. It's the buyer's agent, the inspector, and the buyer. All we hear is we're good or we're not good,
Right.
And so it depends who your inspector is. We love Pillar to Post because they will walk you through, they will educate you on what should be alarming, what is, fixed right now, put this on the list for down the road. But your air filters, a big one. I love that they show buyers this. Before we started working with them, probably half of our buyers did not know, one, where the air filter was, but two, that you needed to change it.
Oh, boy, yeah.
So if you have cats or dogs or anything like that, you should be changing it. They say every 3 months. I do mine every month. Why not?
Right.
A 3-pack is $30. My HVAC was $25,000.
Right.
I want to save that baby. I want to give it as many years as it can.
Right.
Don't worry about spending money on the extra HEPA filter 2.0. Just get some basic air filters. They come in 3-packs and change them out. What else do we see quite a bit? The toilet seat, when we talk about that, not necessarily the seat, but tightening the bolts on the side.
Yeah.
So for reasons we probably don't discuss because it's like a privacy thing, but toilets become a little wobbly, a little shaky. And so those little knobs or nubs on the side, they pop off and there's a bolt there that you can screw to get it tighter on the floor.
Yeah.
The other thing we see is just walking and making sure, window jams, if you have any air that comes through, like caulking those areas, bathtubs, caulking the showers, bathtubs, making sure those areas are done well, are things that are going to help maintain your home and hopefully not have issues for some time.
Yeah. All of this makes perfect sense. And again, it's why we turn to you, because you really do walk everybody through all of these, maybe sometimes even silly questions or concerns. And a lot of what we talk about here, Lauren and Adam will then talk about in depth on Call the Closer with Lauren Risley Realty. It airs right here on the Big 550 KTRS Sundays at 1. What are you guys talking about this weekend? Do you know?
I think we have Jason in this. Anytime Jason's there, we talk about really smart stuff.
Uh-huh.
But we try and cut it with like funny stuff, like a design episode or something like that. But there are some things that have come up, like debt to income ratio, or, do student loans keep you from buying houses? What if I'm self-employed? Like, there's a bank statement loan where they don't even look at your tax returns. They look at 6 months of bank statements. So we really get into some of that. There's a new chair for the Federal Reserve. Our rate's going to go up or down. When Jason's on, we talk about that.
Yeah.
When Adam and I are on, we dance in the studio, and it gets weird. So,
well, it's always good, and it's always educational. And you're in the market to buy or sell a home, or if you just have a question, because knowledge is power. Call Lauren Risley Realty, 314-775-0684. You can also email her at hello@laurenrisleyrealty.com. Thanks, Lauren, and hopefully your day gets a little better.
Oh, yeah. See you next week.
10 till 5, Captain Paul, how's traffic?
Heidi, 270 South has been a trouble spot between Maryland Heights and South County this afternoon. Right now, 270 South is congested in patches from north of Olive down to 44. We have a crash on 70 East at Cary, blocking the 2 right lanes. In Centerville, Illinois 157 is closed at 15 due to an accident. 70 East is heavy between Salisbury and St. Louis Avenue. 64 West crowded from Kings Highway to Clayton Skinker and in Lake St. Louis. 64 East slows down from McKnight to Big Bend. Construction is causing slowdowns in the Metro East. 64 East is congested from Illinois 111 to 157, and 255 is heavy from Collinsville Road to Horseshoe Lake Road. This traffic report is brought to you by Dents Express. Drive time can be hectic with traffic, weather, and fender benders. Dents Express can help with hassle-free dent removal, minor collision repair, and hail damage repair. Free evaluations, and they take care of the insurance paperwork. They've got 2 locations on Manchester and Baldwin and in St. Charles. DentsExpressSTL.com. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
I was just looking online because Altair Travel and Cruises is posting all kinds of tips, and they also do like the Altair Advantage and some great kind of promotions that they have going on. There is one Royal Caribbean cruise where you get 60% off your second guest. Well, third and fourth guest sell free. I mean, there's so many great reasons to work with Altair. There is a 7 Seas cruises that allows you to enjoy a free land program on select exotic sailings. There's a summer sale going on with Travel by Sea. There's all kinds of great fun promotions going on, but then there's also just this long list of featured trips, which you can do with love from Virgin Voyages, which is super fun. You've got the trip with me, Iceland's magical Northern Lights in October. And by the way, that trip I've been looking forward to for so long, but then today I walked into the studio and Jennifer Williams from Closet Company was going to be on with Julie. And she goes, "Did I hear you're going to Iceland?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "We just got back." And let me tell you, I've never experienced anything like it. It was one of the most amazing trips I've ever taken. She says there's parts of it that seems like you're in Hawaii with all the waterfalls and just the lush green. And then she goes, you go a little bit further and all of a sudden it's like you're on Mars. Just you don't see anything and it's this weird terrain. And then you go a little bit further and you get the black sand beaches like nothing you've ever seen before. She goes, it is absolutely amazing. And then she goes, the town of Reykjavik, she goes, you're going to love it. She goes, it is so unique. It's so charming. The food is incredible. The drinks are incredible. And she even told me a little bar, which we are going to go to if you go with me in October, called The Library. She said there's live music every night. That's where we're going to be. I promise you, you will have the time of your life. You can call Altair Travel at 314-968-9600 or check out all those featured trips at altairtravel.com.
This is Mariah, 3rd generation at Newsteaders Fine Jewelry. Buying an engagement ring can be intimidating. At Newsteaders, we ensure complete understanding of your purchase. We offer a choice in both lab and mine-grown diamonds and are able to work with any budget. Let our family help educate you on your choice at Big Bend and Doherty Ferry or at wowdiamonds.com.
Don't miss the summer sale going on all month long at Appliance Discounters. Come in today and save and they'll deliver it tomorrow. Savings up to 60% off select models. In addition to their sales prices, Appliance Discounters is having huge factory rebates on select models. They have a 50,000 square foot warehouse full of savings. Just come by one of their 6 showrooms and they'll show you why they're called the Appliance Discounters. Appliance Discounters with 6 locations or online at theappliancediscounters.com.
Worldwide Technology Raceway is the only track in America to host a NASCAR event, an IndyCar event, and an NHRA event.
The Raceway features a full schedule on their drag strip, oval track, and Gateway Kartplex. For full schedule and ticket info, go online to www.traceway.com.
The track, under the leadership of owner Curtis Francois, continues to upgrade the race experience for fans who come from around the country. For tickets, go to www.traceway.com.
That's www.traceway.com.
Kuna Food Service has been the trusted food supplier in the Midwest since 1918. For over 100 years, Kuna Food Service has been distributing the highest quality food products to some of your favorite restaurants while delivering superior customer service. When a restaurant puts their trust in Kuna Food Service, they get a team that truly cares about their success. That's why at Kuna, they like to say, they're big enough to handle it, yet small enough to care. Check them out online at kunafoodservice.com.
Are you ready to begin your home purchase journey in 2026? The Royal Banks of Missouri Mortgage Team is here to help you every step of the way. Their local lenders offer competitive rates and personalized support so you can focus on creating the space of your dreams. Discover how Royal Banks of Missouri can partner with you to unlock the door to your new home. Call 314-212-1500 to learn how they can help find the right home loan for you. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Jill Farmer here with Dan Head, the owner of Patriot Build Sunrooms and Luna Builds. Both companies really offer a lot for customers, don't they?
Combining the capabilities of Patriot and Luna allows us to create any outdoor space you imagine. Essentially, if you can dream it, we can build it. From the highest level custom finishes to more user-friendly projects, our amazing craftsmen will make it a reality and add value to your home.
Call 314-822-3232 for a free consultation or come visit their Kirkwood showroom online at patriotbuildsstl.com.
When you pay for tree work, you want to be sure you're getting the most for your hard-earned money. That's why you should always use the ISA certified arborist at River City Tree Service in Baldwin, Missouri. Hi, I'm Steve with River City Tree Service, and we've been the go-to tree service since 2008. Tree removal, tree trimming, storm damage, deadwood removal, stump grinding, and more. Give River City Tree Service a call for all your tree service needs at 314-270-8071. That's 314-270-8071. River City Tree Service.
When you want to send flowers to a loved one for a birthday, anniversary, or that special occasion, call your friends at Walter Knoll Florist. Walter Knoll is family-owned and operated and offers custom designs by expert designers. A huge inventory and selection that only the largest florist can offer, with quality and care that no grocery store florist can meet. They have several locations in the St. Louis metro area to serve you. Order online today at WKF.com. That's WKF.com. Walter Knoll Florist, your personal florist since 1883.
Henry here for my friends at Black Fox Cooper. Many homeowners live with old, drafty windows for years, thinking they can put it off until later. But once they replace them with new Andersen windows, they can't believe the difference. Their homes are quieter, more comfortable, and more energy efficient, and the curb appeal is dramatically improved. Black Fox Cooper helps homeowners understand their options and select the right Andersen windows for their home and budget. Do it today, not tomorrow. Call 314-270-1484. Online at blackfoxcooper.com. Black Fox Cooper, your local Andersen certified contractor.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Well, Heidi and Bob, back in the day on this date, June 24th, 1947, search and rescue pilot Kenneth Arnold of Boise, Idaho, said he spotted 9 UFOs over Mount Rainier, Washington. He described their flight pattern. Thank you. He described their flight pattern as similar to a saucer skipping across water, and the newspaper reporters used his words, flying saucers.
And that's when it started?
For the very first time.
Whoa,
Okay.
that is interesting.
Very interesting. I've never heard that.
That's where it comes from.
Makes sense.
Speaking of UFOs, 1987, Spaceballs was released. It was great, but again, you watch it as an adult.
Doesn't hold up.
No.
It was great for a 10-year-old boy.
But I was
a lot of juvenile jokes.
I was going to say, it wasn't great for a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know if 12-year-old girls appreciate Mel Brooks. In 2010, the longest match in tennis history took place at Wimbledon. American John Isner defeated Nicolas Mahut of France, 11 hours and 5 minutes.
Can you imagine?
I cannot.
How do you even move after that? I don't know. We'll talk more sports with Brendan Weesey at about 5:10, and we got some entertainment news, and then we'll wrap this show up with some random. So I hope you'll hang out with us here for another hour on the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
From ABC News, I'm Chuck Sievertson. A day many Republican lawmakers wanted to be a bipartisan political win-win in an election year was torpedoed before lunch. And it sounds like some couldn't stomach the midday meal on Capitol Hill with the torpedoer, President Trump. The president canceled the signing of a bipartisan affordable housing bill. He insists Congress first pass his Save America Act, an election-related measure. At lunch with Republican lawmakers, the president said he was frustrated at yesterday's passing by Congress of a war powers resolution banning further military action against Iran. After the lunch, the president said it was a great meeting.
We like our leader. We like everybody really in the room. I don't like a few people, but that's okay. I think you know who they are.
Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy indicates what sources to ABC News said was correct, that the meeting was tense, with he and Trump getting into a shouting match. Cassidy saying he asked Trump about the Iran war.
It does not appear, although I don't know for sure, that the course of this is going the way that we were told.
Specifically?
You have not told the American people what's going on. It was supposed to last 4 weeks. It's lasted 4 months. Our original objectives have not been achieved. And I want to know what's going on.
Senate Majority Leader Thune and others tried to calm them all down. Cassidy says he makes no apologies, saying Trump was trying to bully him. A federal judge today barred President Trump from implementing a proof of citizenship requirement to vote and a demand that mail-in ballots be received by Election Day. Judge Denise Casper wrote that the Constitution does not grant the president any powers over elections. Praising President Trump's ordering of military attacks in Iran, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte in the White House Oval Office.
This is the leader of the free world taking responsibility beyond the shores of the United States for the rest of the world. And this is what you did.
Trump criticized NATO members for their lack of support for the war. You're listening to ABC News.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Good afternoon. It's 5:03 and 82 degrees at Westport Plaza. I'm Brendan Weesey, and here's the latest from the KTRS newsroom. The East-West Gateway Council of Governments has approved the bus rapid transit line for the city of St. Louis. Mayor Cara Spencer told our partners at First Alert 4 that the 11.5-mile line along North Florissant will connect thousands more St. Louisans and provide a dozen more stations than the previously proposed light rail option would have. Breaking news from the ballpark today as the Cardinals announced some changes in organizational leadership. Bill DeWitt III will oversee both business and baseball operations as the chief executive officer. Anouk Kuru-Nuratni has been elevated to president of business operations. Meanwhile, Bill DeWitt Jr. remains in his role as chairman and principal owner of the ball club. A new Illinois investment program is bringing needed affordable housing to the Metro East. Our own Steve Potter has the story.
The Illinois Treasurer's Office unveiled the program yesterday, which is designed to build affordable housing, help nonprofits, and generate returns for the state. Over $7 million has been awarded for several projects, including a loan to Forum Associates for over $1 million to build 60 low-income senior apartments in Madison County. The Southwestern Illinois Development Authority project in Troy is expected to be completed in April of 2027, and there are several other loans under consideration for projects in the Metro East. Steve Potter, KTRS News.
The body of a man involved in a police pursuit that later jumped off the Blanchette Bridge has been recovered. The 32-year-old was pulled from the Missouri River last night. The individual was initially stopped for a traffic violation on Thursday before fleeing on foot and then leaping off the bridge. This KTRS Business Minute is brought to you by Walter Knoll Florist, the place for all your floral needs. Place your order anytime at WKF.com. The city of Ladue is holding a meeting today on a controversial plan. They are reviewing the redevelopment of the former Rock Hill Quarry site near McKnight and Old Warson Roads, featuring apartments, family residential lots, and 9,000 square feet of commercial space. Now a look at the markets brought to you by JBL Financial. Tune in for Straight Talk on Retirement Saturday mornings from 9 until 11 on the Big 550. The Dow Jones Industrial up 182 points today at 51,848. Volatile day for the NASDAQ, was up for quite some time and then down sharply 110 at 25,476. The S&P 500 off slightly 7 points at 73,58. Now it's time to head over to the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk. That's where we find the good captain himself, Paul Kopsky, is standing by. Good afternoon, Paul.
Good afternoon, Brendan. The Cardinals look to bounce back tonight against Arizona after their ninth-inning rally fell short in a 4-3 loss to the Diamondbacks last night. Matthew Liberatore, who hasn't won a game in June, gets the ball for the Redbirds. Meanwhile, the Cardinals have dealt relief pitcher Chris Roycroft to the Tampa Bay Rays in exchange for a player to be named later or cash considerations. Roycroft had been designated for assignment after posting an ERA over 15 through 7 games this year. I'm Paul Kopsky from the Royal Banks of Missouri Sports Desk, and now on to traffic. We have a crash on 70 East at Cary, blocking the 2 right lanes. 70 East is heavy between Salisbury and St. Louis Avenue. 6455 East slow between the Poplar Street Bridge and King Bridge. In Centerville, Illinois 157 is closed at 15 due to an accident. 270 South congested from north of Olive down to 44. 64 West is crowded from Kings Highway to Clayton Skinker. 64 East slows down from 170 to Big Bend. Construction is causing slowdowns in the Metro East. 64 East is congested from Illinois 111 to 157, and 255 is heavy from Collinsville Road to Horseshoe Lake Road. This traffic report is brought to you by the Quarry at Crystal Springs Golf Course. The Quarry at Crystal Springs delivers a convenient and affordable golf course that is a true test of any player's game. 4 sets of tees will allow players of all abilities to choose the course length that will best suit their enjoyment. Visit them today. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Let's now take a look at that weather forecast. Thank you, Paul. Flood watch is in effect for the area beginning tomorrow afternoon. It'll run through Friday morning. For the rest of tonight, isolated showers and storms, low temperature around 68 degrees. Again, that flood watch tomorrow, our best chance for showers and storms tomorrow and into Friday, multiple inches of rain could drop here in the St. Louis area. But right now, the radar pretty clean. Most of the showers and storms off to our south and southwest. Currently, we've got a temperature of 81 degrees under cloudy skies at Westport Plaza. For the Talk of St. Louis, I'm Brendan Weesey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Your dentures no longer fit? Maybe you're missing a tooth or several teeth. Visit Dr. Bowen for Simply Secure Dentures and Dental Implants. The cutting-edge, high-quality dental implants that replace all the teeth in your mouth, and it starts as low as $7,000, not the $35,000 that others charge. If you're only missing a few teeth, Dr. Bowen can permanently replace those with something you don't have to take in and out of your mouth. Learn more at simplysecuredentures.com and get the care you need and the teeth you want at Bowen Dental Care or simplysecuredentures.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Robinson with Robank Properties, and I want your fixer-upper home. It's crazy to spend a ton of money fixing it up when I will pay you top dollar right now. I don't even care what condition it's in. Your trash is my treasure. No inspections, no contingencies, just cold, hard cash. Call me, Mike Robinson, at 314-283-0867. That's Mike Robinson, 314-283-0867, or at robangproperties.com.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Well, the Cardinals held a press conference a couple of hours ago, making a big announcement about leadership roles. KTRS Sports Director Brendan Weesey, who, by the way, is doing double duty today, also reporting the news. And this is a big story, at least it seems to me, when we're talking Cardinals and leadership. What kind of deets do we have on this press release?
Well, Heidi, I think the big thing here is that Bill DeWitt III is now going to oversee both business and baseball operations. He had been on the business side, so I think it starts the process of him eventually, and probably sooner rather than later, becoming that main guy. Now, having said that, Bill DeWitt Jr., who has been the principal owner and will continue to be the principal owner and chairman of the ball club, is remaining in that role. It just seems like there is a pathway forward, and I think it's one that we all assumed was
Would
coming,
happen.
with the third being that guy. And I think now it's just that pathway is starting to form.
And I know it's silly, but like I saw the headline, they're holding a press conference about ownership, and I'm like, surely they're not selling. So they're not.
Right. No, that is not. I mean, maybe briefly, I think some people were starting to float those, and we've heard those rumors for a long time, but that is not in the cards here, so to speak.
Well, the team lost a tough one last night. Have we seen the best of this team? Are your kind of predictions coming true?
Not necessarily. It was a pretty well-pitched ball game, pretty well-played ball game until the ninth. That suddenly, when the Diamondbacks blew up, they score all their runs off Swanson, and then the Cardinals respond with three of their own, and they almost rally and force extra innings. Wasn't quite meant to be. Have they peaked? I don't know. I've tended to think that a few different times in the last couple of months, and they respond back. So last night was tough. The bullpen, we know, has been the Achilles heel for this team, and ultimately I think it sort of was again last night. But Leahy was pretty good, and you just hope that the offense pick things up a little bit tonight and tomorrow at home.
Problem with last night, and why I don't think you use it to form thoughts on the bigger picture, was they had four guys available in the bullpen, and that was it. And none of them were the high leverage guys.
Right.
So the manager's hands are tied a little bit, and the fact that it was a one-run game probably is a little more representative of being able to battle under situations of duress.
And I think Ollie's been able, many different instances, of managing ahead and safeguarding against having those tight bullpen situations where you feel like your hands are tied. At some point, and when you don't have a lot of days off, and that's been the case, they did have that weird day off Saturday due to the World Cup in Kansas City, but a lot of games here this week without any days off, and you do have to be mindful of your bullpen situation.
Yeah. Let's switch to hockey for a second. First, the Blues traded forward Jordan Kyrou. Is this a surprise?
It felt like this had been in the making for a long time. Now, having said that,
he was so good in 2025, his best season by a lot. You started to think, wow, could he actually even be a good two-way player? You knew about his offense, but could he be good defensively too? Because he showed those signs. But he backslid pretty seriously here in 2026. Did not even get the 20-goal mark after scoring 30 in three straight campaigns. So you just wondered. I mean, you always thought he was a possibility to move. And by all accounts, I think the Blues got a pretty good return. A couple of young guys. You get another draft pick. They've got 4 first-rounders. Ooh. A lot to play with coming up in Friday and Saturday's NHL draft. And I think Doug Armstrong is positioned well. Alexander Steen, of course, taking over later this summer as Army takes a step back. But they are very well positioned to have as successful a draft as they have in a long, long time. And I think Army said today that, yeah, we've got 4 first-rounders, but we've got this surplus to where if we want to move up and we identify that guy we want bad enough, we could move up. So
we
we'll
have
see.
some cards now.
Absolutely. They've got the draft capital to make some moves.
Is there a Connor Bedard or a Sidney Crosby in this draft? Would this be the one that we'd want to do that for?
I mean, I think there is, but I don't know if there's any talk of them moving up to 1, which I think is that I think there's one guy at the very top of the draft pool who is maybe in that talk. But, I don't know if the Blues are going to have that much capital to be able to move up. And I think it was kind of a bummer that the Blues really didn't factor into the draft lottery here a few weeks back. Mm-hmm. So, they've got a good number of first-round picks, but, I don't think enough to move up that much.
Keith Tkachuk finally going into the Hall of Fame.
Long overdue. So he's the 3rd all-time leading scorer for American-born players in the NHL, which it was Brett Hull, Mike Modano, Keith Tkachuk. And Tkachuk has been retired for how long? And
long time.
That the fact that he didn't get a nod to the Hall of Fame is criminal. So long overdue, well-deserved, great goal scorer, great representative of St. Louis hockey, and the fact that his family is here now, and the fact that his boys got their hockey training in St. Louis to become the big-time NHL performers that they are now.
Not a bad week for that family.
No, not a bad week at all to be a Tkachuk.
And for Keith, more than just a scorer, he was a great power forward.
Exactly. You didn't hear that, at least I don't remember it being said that much about hockey players until Tkachuk came around, where he exemplified being a power forward in the league. And throwing his weight around, that physicality around the net, and what he was able to do. And again, the record speaks for itself. It should have spoken for itself a long time ago for him to get in the Hall, but I guess better late than never.
Yeah. Let's talk about another St. Louis star, a younger star, Coriezu soccer star, Matty DeMaria, just received another huge honor.
Matty DeMaria is now once again the Gatorade National Player of the Year.
Which is just crazy.
She won it as a freshman. She wins it here again as a junior. Her Coriezu team just steamrolled through the competition. They were incredible. Maddie's going to go on to play at North Carolina. I believe the plan is now she has played her last high school game and will move on to North Carolina next year. She'll enroll early, as we see a lot of college athletes do, especially of her caliber. I do not think it is hyperbole on my part to say that Matty DeMaria will go down. She's in the conversation. I think she's, for me, and again, with all due respect, I think she's the best female soccer player to ever come out of St. Louis.
It's kind of crazy, and I think she is already on a plane to go join the 17U, but she played on the Gallagher team with my niece, and watching her through the last couple of years, I mean, it's pretty incredible.
But best female player, maybe best soccer player in general. Yeah. And she's going to go down as one of the best high school athletes, regardless of sport, in the history of St. Louis.
Yeah, 2 things. One is she's so highly regarded, not just about St. Louisans. I'm told the women's national team program more or less said you need to go to North Carolina for the competition. That's where you need to be playing. So that's 1. 2, at the MAC Awards, it was random luck. I get a chance to have dinner with her. And I've known her father since he played for the Ambush for 30 years.
I was going
I've
to
known
say,
him
she's
so
got
long.
it in her blood.
Yeah. And Maddie was the coolest kid and really fun to talk to. And when you meet somebody that is mature and certainly in her athleticism, but also humble and still a kid, it's just, she's really delightful.
No question. She was on our show when she won the national award as a freshman and was so impressive then.
Yeah.
It's she's going to have. She better have a little more room in that trophy case. She's going to have a lot of hardware to sift through in the years to come, I think. And this is just the latest example.
Good basketball player too.
Yeah,
really
no,
good.
absolutely.
It is fun to see somebody just go through all the ranks here in St. Louis
Yeah.
and then hit that national stage. I can't believe we're going to talk about this again, but the Brendan Sorsby story just added another
Right.
chapter.
Well, he finds out here this week that the NFL supplemental draft is now not going to be held. And it hasn't been held for quite a few
Since
years.
2019, I
I
think.
think that's right.
And did they do that on purpose so they don't have to deal with him?
Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe, but again, they generally don't do it unless there's again special circumstances where a player like his requires it. I don't know if it's the league, if it's the Players Association. I don't know who's coming in here to block it. I think at some point it's. As I've said to you before, Heidi, I have not gotten super over-the-top outraged about this story because of, again, the fact that all these leagues, they've got their tie-ins to gambling, and this guy, he did a lot, but I don't think it's as egregious as a lot of the other things that we've heard in the past. He's still, at the end of the day, he's probably done himself a great disservice, and I don't think, the NFL doesn't get pushed around easily, so I can't imagine they're going to be strong-armed into holding this draft, and he's going to have to wait until next spring. Maybe it involves playing in the UFL. Give the Battlehawks a call. Maybe we'll see Brendan Sorsby at the Dome.
And I wonder if a clever lawyer, will try and declare him a free agent.
I think from what I saw today is that would not be possible. But yes, I think it's definitely something
But you
they're
could
talking
sue for
about.
it.
Yes, well, exactly right.
Well,
Exactly
See
right.
what the court said.
And with this story, nothing is going to surprise anybody.
Right.
What's
Yeah.
coming up tonight?
So we will visit with the young Chase Hendricks, who's a former St. Mary's Dragon. They've got a big football camp coming up this weekend. He's now a player with the Cal Bears out in Berkeley, transferred in this past year out of Ohio, coming off on a 1,000-yard season. We're going to be joined by the commissioner of the Missouri Valley Conference, Jeff Jackson, on the big announcement this week by the MVC and the expanded tournament. Eli Hoff with me. We've got a starting five draft tonight. We started. This is our first one we've done here in the summer of our drafting our college football national championship favorites. So let talking season begin officially tonight here on the Big 550.
We'll be listening. Thanks, Brendan.
Thanks, Heidi.
All right, Brendan's going to give us a World Cup update here in about 8, 9, 10 minutes, and we'll find out what the action was today. But did you guys notice that for the first time this afternoon, they scheduled multiple games at a time? They've been having soccer matches, one after the other after the other. You didn't have to jump around if you wanted to see two different games, except starting today. And the reason for that dates back to 1982. I just found out about this story. They call it the disgrace of Dijon. There was a soccer match.
Mustard Dijon?
Dijon, but with a G.
Okay.
Apparently, Spain has their own version of Dijon, and it's called Gijon. There's a city in Spain. They were hosting the World Cup in 1982, and as it happened, there was a group of Austria, Algeria, West Germany, and Chile. Austria and West Germany were playing each other, and they noticed that if they had a 1-0 finish with West Germany beating Austria, both teams will go through to the next round, and Algeria would get left out. Any other combination of a win or a loss between the two of them would result in one of them getting bounced and Algeria going in through the next round. So early in the match, Germany, I guess West Germany, since 1982, scores a goal, and for the rest of the game, They just pass the ball back and forth to each other. So much so that the announcers for the Austrian television program urged viewers to turn it off.
Whoa.
I felt that way sometimes.
Because they weren't going to see anything happen for the rest of this match. The fix was in after the West German team.
Well, that's not a fix. They just took advantage of the situation.
Algeria claimed collusion ahead of time. And they have now since, like I said, when Germany went back to their hotel, they got pelted with eggs because of the embarrassing play out on the field that day. But since then, they have had all four teams, 2 matches, played simultaneously on the last day. So they don't know what has to happen.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the other match is going on concurrently at the exact same time. To prevent this from happening, this happened in 1982, and by the 1986 World Cup, they had changed the rules. So it's a pretty famous match. And, Bob, you would like this. They called it, in German, they called it the Non-Aggression Pact of Dijon. 1-0, West Germany won. Both teams went through.
This is Mariah, 3rd generation at Newsteaders Fine Jewelry. Buying an engagement ring can be intimidating. At Newsteaders, we ensure complete understanding of your purchase. We offer a choice in both lab and mine-grown diamonds and are able to work with any budget. Let our family help educate you on your choice at Big Ben and Doherty Ferry or at wowdiamonds.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis.
It's the half price sale at Miller Furniture and Mattress, going on now through July 7th.
I'm Mark Miller, owner of Miller Furniture, your home for quality American-made furniture since 1927. Right now, save half off our list price on all in-stock items and get up to 60 months special financing.
Right now, it's half price on all Chatham & Wells mattresses when you purchase an adjustable base. Plus, up to $600 off select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster and Tempur-Pedic.
Take a seat and try out FlexSteel's newest custom comfort reclining sofas in the largest selection of their popular Z-Cliner collection sofas and lift chairs. Plus, the largest selection of Amish-made furniture with quick ship custom orders as fast as 3 weeks and half off. Visit any of our 4 showrooms in Belleville, Fairview Heights, Lake St. Louis, or Ellisville on Manchester Road. Don't miss the half-price sale at Miller Furniture, now through July 7th. At Miller Furniture, we put the family in furniture.
St. Louis is a city, but let's face it, it's also a small town, and we all know it, especially Indoor Comfort Team. Since their beginning in 1979, Indoor Comfort Team Heating and Air Conditioning has served their neighbors with old-school honesty and integrity. Fair and common sense pricing, and fast, reliable service with real human support. When you call them, whether you need a second opinion or a whole new HVAC system, you get a real human being on the other line. No AI, no robot answering machines. From HVAC installations to repairs, even water heaters, Indoor Comfort Team will take care of you. And with summer already upon us, maybe it's time to get that air conditioner checked out. Indoor Comfort Team takes care of our community because they're part of our community. Check them out today at indoorcomfortteam.com. You can also call them at 314-894-8200.
Don't miss Straight Talk on Retirement with Jeff and Aaron Lapidus every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Join this dynamic father-daughter father-daughter duo every Saturday morning for an entertaining and intimate understanding of the retirement needs you may soon be facing. From decades of financial planning expertise combined with a deep knowledge of healthcare benefits, Aaron and Jeff will give you the straight talk on retirement every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on the Big 550 KTRS.
You know, summer reading isn't just for kids. St. Louis County Library's Adult Summer Reading Club is happening June 1st through August 10th. You can sign up and receive a free book when you register. The program offers great prizes like books, Cardinals tickets, and gift cards. There's also fun programming happening all summer long. You can learn more at slcl.org.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
It is 5:30 on this Wednesday afternoon. Captain Paul, how's traffic?
Heidi, no accidents, just some slow traffic. 70 East is heavy between Salisbury and St. Louis Avenue. 6455 East, slow between the Poplar Street Bridge and 64. In Centerville, Illinois 157 is closed at 15 due to an accident. 270 South congested from north of Olive down to Doherty Ferry. 64 West is crowded from Kings Highway to Clayton Skinker. 64 East slows down around Clarkson, also between 270 and Lindbergh, and from 170 to Big Bend. Construction is causing slowdowns in the Metro East. 64 East congested from Illinois 111 to 157, and 255 is heavy from Collinsville Road to Horseshoe Lake Road. This traffic report is brought to you by the Rockwood School District. Are you looking for a new part-time or full-time job opportunity? Consider Rockwood School District with openings for custodians, cafeteria workers, and groundskeepers. With great benefits, competitive pay, and flexible hours. Apply online at rsdmo.org/jobs. That's rsdmo.org/jobs. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
Last night I was scrolling through and found like a lakefront renovation show on, Magnolia Network, and it was crazy to me how the windows changed everything, and they put these smaller windows at the top to let in light. Windows can make such a huge difference. It's not just being energy efficient. And Window Depot of St. Louis, they know that. They know how to make customers happy. Actually, their motto is we create happy customers. And it's not just the way the windows change the look of your house, but the price of that energy bill that goes down. Here's what I love about Window Depot of St. Louis. They do what's right. We treat our customers as we'd want our mom to be treated. I don't think there is anything better you could ask for. They also have the buying power that with a national kind of team behind it, but then you get that local service. It's a win-win because now you can get those triple pane prices at double pane prices. Wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? You get the triple pane for the double pane price. So basically, it is one great deal, and that's what they offer you time and time again. Right now, there's the Heidi special, 60% off installation with low payment options or up to zero interest for 60 months. That's for qualified buyers. You can learn more. Call Jason and Angie, who grew up in St. Peter's, 636-939-4800, 636-939-4800, or find them online at WindowDepotSTL.com. Senate Republicans are bracing for a collision course amid legislative clashes. Joe Khalil, senior congressional correspondent for News Nation, joins us with that story. So let's start with the Senate voting to direct President Trump to withdraw troops from the Iran conflict, and that vote included 4 Republicans. Where does all this stand at the moment?
Yeah, that happened last night. It was interesting. Now, I want to be clear off the bat. This is a sort of symbolic vote because in order for it to actually become law, President Trump would have to sign it himself, and obviously he's not going to do that. But what this vote does, the bill actually says that the president cannot continue any military strikes in Iran unless he gets permission first from Congress. So what this is symbolically is sort of a rebuke of the administration's handling of the war, which, if you believe the polling, is very unpopular right now with the American public. Most people oppose it anyway. And the fact that 4 Republicans voted for it with all Democrats, it was certainly a signal, and so now it has passed the House with Republican support, passed the Senate with Republican support. And obviously it does send a message to the White House.
Yeah, and we'll see if the White House listens. Spending talks have stalled. Are we looking at another government shutdown?
Not sure. And I'm sorry, I missed the first part of your
The
question.
spending talks and where we are with everybody kind of going back at it one more time.
Yeah, on spending talks. So what's going on now is the Pentagon is asking for something like $70 billion in additional money. Now, the reason that some even Republicans are sort of balking at that number is because Congress already has given the Pentagon $1.5 trillion this year with a T. The Pentagon's asking for more in large part because of the war with Iran. They want to replace munitions and all of that. So I don't anticipate that's going to lead to a shutdown, but it's certainly going to lead to some big fights here. In fact, that's already happening here on Capitol Hill for sure.
Hey, Joe, both the House and the Senate, bipartisan, 85-15 or something crazy like that. You never see numbers like that. This home buyer bill that would make home buying cheaper, easier, less expensive. The average home buyer is 40 years old right now. This bill would help, I guess, try to change that. And then Trump said today that he won't sign it unless they give him one of these voter ID bills. What is the process in this? Can the president ultimately veto anything, or can the Senate and the House come back and override the president's refusal?
Yeah, they could. And this was actually really crazy today because no one expected that to happen. This is a bill that Republicans love, Democrats love. It united the hardcore left and the hardcore right. And
Wait,
the whole
what?
idea of the bill
Is the world stopping?
I know. It was Elizabeth Warren and Tim Scott came together and did this.
Wow.
Really, people who never worked together on anything. But it's really comprehensive. It's like a once in a generation housing bill. And it does a lot of things. The White House itself worked on this bill. The president was talking about how he doesn't want private equity and big corporations buying up all these homes anymore. And so this bill prevents that from happening. So we all thought this was a win for everyone. President Trump was going to sign it. Frankly, it was going to be a big political win for him. And at the last minute, about an hour and a half before the signing ceremony, he actually decided to pull back and said, no, I'm not signing this thing into law until Congress passes my election security bill that he's been pushing called the Save America Act, which, again, it's unrelated, but that's a voter ID bill. It does a couple other things. It sort of eats into mail-in ballots, which President Trump has been sort of railing against. That really shook, I think, a lot of people who put work in for the past several months, including the White House, to get this bill done. It's unclear what happens now. He's not ruling out vetoing it. It is possible if he vetoes it that it comes back to Congress. And if 2/3 of Congress votes for it, they could override his veto and it becomes law anyway. Also, if he does nothing, if he just doesn't sign it for 10 days, it automatically becomes law as well. So we'll see where it goes. He's got some options here.
And maybe he just forgets, but this all feels like I'm going to take my ball and go home.
Yeah, maybe. I will just say it was extra surprising because just yesterday the White House sent the president on the road in Pennsylvania to do a rally and try to sort of refocus on affordability because that was their message at the beginning of the year was cost of living, affordability in an election year, right? And then the war in Iran happened and prices of everything went up. And now that the war is, we think, over, prices are likely to come back down again. Certainly gas prices are. So the White House does want to get back on that bandwagon of affordability. There's no better way to do that visually than to see the president at a big signing ceremony signing this housing bill into law. So it seems like, to borrow a phrase we hear a lot in the World Cup now, it seems like an own goal from the White House, because it's certainly a missed opportunity to do something tangible on affordability.
Joe, is there any chance that all of this is just to draw more attention to finally signing that bill?
That is a great question. I think that's the sort of 4D, 3D chess that some people say, well, maybe this is why the president's doing that. I mean, love him or hate him, he's just a really unpredictable figure in our history. And so it's hard to get into his mind and figure out why he's doing certain things. I mean, if you talk to senators here, we talked to a bunch today who just met with him, by the way. He was in the building today. They think he just genuinely believes really hard in this election security bill, the Save America Act, despite the fact that it does not have the votes to pass. Not even every Republican is on board with that bill. They've got problems with it. The math does not work for him, but he seems adamant that he wants to try everything he can do, leverage to get that passed.
All right. Joe Khalil, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Good to be with you.
He has done it! What a goal!
It's time for a CarShield Sportsplex 2026 Summer of Soccer Update. Presented by Royal Banks of Missouri and Ragazzi's.
We've got finals to tell you about. Bosnia over Qatar 3-1, and it's locked in. The U.S. and Bosnia in the knockout rounds next week on July the 1st. Canada, they lose to Switzerland 2-1, but they will still advance out of Group B. Action going on right now. Brazil on top of Scotland 1-0 in Group C. Haiti leading Morocco 1-0 out of Group C. And then tonight in Group A, South Korea and South Africa, Mexico and Czechia, all of that in Group A. This CarShield Sportsplex Summer of Soccer Update presented by Royal Banks of Missouri and Ragazzi's. Also brought to you by Hackett Security, Lordo's Diamonds, Maine's Financial Group, and Aldon Heating and Cooling on the Big 550.
This has been the CarShield Sportsplex 2026 Summer of Soccer Update on the Talk of St. Louis, the Big 550, KTRS.
Ragazzi's, the oldest Italian-American restaurant on the hill, is your World Cup headquarters. Streaming every World Cup match live on all new TVs. Come watch a game and hold our own trophy, the world-famous 32-ounce Ragazzi's Fish Bowl. All your classic Italian favorites served with flavor and hospitality that generations have loved. And during U.S. games, when the U.S. scores, you score a free order of their famous toasted ravioli. Must be present to redeem. Make your plans to catch all the World Cup action this summer at Ragazzi's.
In soccer, one sound can change everything. A billion people hear that sound and instantly know what it means. Every driver knows that sound. Nobody wants surprises. That's why there's CarShield. When a breakdown strikes your engine, transmission, or other major systems, CarShield helps protect you from costly surprises. So save the drama for the pitch. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
At Midland, we know sometimes all it takes is a moment. A moment for an idea to spark, or to make it happen. A moment to find your dream, or build one. A moment to start your forever, or at least start planning for it. Whatever moments you have, Midland is here for them, and can help you make them. Midland, brighter together. Visit us at midlandsb.com. Midland States Bank is member FDIC.
Right now, you can take advantage of Country Club Car Wash and their Summer Sparkler promotion. It's available now through Sunday, July 12th. Buy 2 Ultimate washes and get 2 free. That's a total of 4 Ultimate Exterior washes for only $52, or $92 gets you 4 Ultimate Exterior washes with interior cleaning. Available in-store and online at ccwstl.com/summer-sparkler. Country Club Car Wash. We'll see you there.
Hey, St. Louis, this is Zippers Up. I'm getting ready to MC the Mater Media Speaker Series. Woo, we're bringing in some big names: Bill O'Reilly, Cardinal Timothy Dolan, John O'Leary, other national personalities. We're going to be at the J. Scheidegger Center for the Arts, Lindenwood University, beginning in September. Go to matermedia.org. That's MATERMEDIA.org. Early bird pricing going on now. Don't wait. Tickets are going fast.
John Beal Roofing has been proudly serving homeowners and businesses in the St. Louis metro area on both sides of the river in Missouri and Illinois for over 3 generations. A dependable roof begins with a team you can count on. And that's exactly what you get with John Beal Roofing. Recognized as one of Roofing Contractor Magazine's top 100 roofing companies, John Beal Roofing offers 24/7 emergency service and industry-leading warranties, including a lifetime workmanship warranty for total peace of mind. From upgrading an aging roof or completing a full replacement, the team at John Beal Roofing delivers solutions that are built to code, built to last, and handled with expert care. John Beal also responds quickly with reliable storm damage services backed by decades of experience and 24/7 emergency support. Get started today for expert service and a free, no obligation estimate by calling 1-800-NEW-ROOF. That's 1-800-NEW-ROOF.
Diana from Newstetter's Fine Jewelers here to remind you, we don't just offer the best pieces, we offer one of the last master hand engravers in our country. My father can create timeless, personal, and unforgettable pieces. Come by our showroom at the corner of Big Ben and Doherty Ferry or learn more online at wowdiamonds.com.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
Well, let's do a little entertainment news. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift have told their wedding guest not to bring them gifts to their upcoming nuptials. That's according to Travis's pal, George Kittle. However, the San Francisco 49ers star said he still plans to get Kelce a gift anyway. He said, I was thinking Travis, for some reason, likes old coins, so I might get him an old coin, but it sounds expensive. Kittle also talked about when the highly anticipated wedding would take place. He said, we don't know. And when asked whether the Madison Square Garden would be the venue, he said, I actually asked Travis last night, and he laughed at me. Rumor is they will say I do at Madison Square Garden in New York City on July 3rd. I guess we just have to wait and see the pictures.
And we were talking about this in the office. Do you imagine that they would have their wedding at a Madison Square Garden? But what did you tell me?
Well, I mean, I think there's so many ways for people to get in, you know, and sneak in. I think that security is a lot greater there, especially since President Trump was just there for a Knicks game. So I think that it seems silly, but I do think that there are reasons that they might.
I wonder if you can commandeer just a whole subway train to run just for their crowd.
Got enough money, you can do anything.
That's exactly right.
Block off everything. They'll walk right into the garden. And it's not like they're going to be on, center court.
Right.
There's a really nice club and restaurant.
Oh, there's so many different areas
different rooms in there.
Yeah. And then it probably is going to be big, and who knows who's going to be performing or what the party's going to look like. So maybe they need that much space.
And I just remember back in the day, Sean Penn and Madonna got married and got upset because helicopters showed up
they've
to
been
their outdoor wedding.
So many weddings have been helicopters and drones kind of overhead, and it's kind of crazy.
We invited choppers to come to our wedding. They said, who is this?
Yeah.
So it didn't happen.
They didn't show up?
No.
People were shocked when Danny Pietro, he was little Jonathan on Who's the Boss?
Jonathan.
Yes. Posted a picture of himself delivering packages for Amazon, the popular sitcom that ran for 8 seasons in the 80s and early 90s. He was on every episode. But contrary to what people think, not all actors make money on the residuals. So Danny is now delivering packages, and that is just one of his 5 side jobs, or what he calls them, gig jobs. He said he has to make ends between acting jobs. He said we have to do what we have to do to survive. We have to keep moving as humans. We're all doing it. I'm not different than anybody else.
So I wonder if his agent screwed up, or if he'd insisted on that in his contract, he wouldn't have got the job. I wonder.
Well, it was so long ago, I don't even know that they were doing residuals at that time.
Yeah, some stars got them, and I'm not sure the
and
exact.
he was a kid.
Yeah, the exact evolution of it. But I wonder how that worked for him, or didn't work.
Right.
So I brought up the guy that played Elvin on the Cosby Show. and
Because
how
he was working at
he was
Whole
like
Foods.
bagging groceries or something.
Yeah.
And then after that story broke, he actually booked a couple of jobs.
So you think that Danny's doing this to be back in the...
Bob said smartly at the time, this might be a whole ruse to get this guy back in the news. And
Yeah.
someone said, well, let's book Danny Pintaro.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We will see. I told you yesterday about Oprah's last interview with Whitney Houston, where she fell off the stage. Well, now her family is upset. They say what happened that day is actually Oprah's fault. Whitney's estate, which is run by her sister-in-law, told TMZ Whitney absolutely fell off the stage, but it was during a sound check, and it was due to the darkness of the area and her unfamiliarity with the stage. She was absolutely not high. Now, she went on to acknowledge Whitney's addiction struggles, saying, like many people, she faced personal battles, but it is inaccurate and unfair to attach that struggle to every performance or every chapter of her life. I don't know. There were a lot of people in that room, so maybe somebody else will come out and say something. Let's do a couple birthdays.
All right, let's get a few here. Well, trying to capture the spirit of the thing, maybe the best soccer player on the planet, Lionel Messi, is 39. I just gave you. I was so excited, I read right through it.
39.
You got it. Well done. How about this one, though? One of my favorites, really delightful, from the Mindy Project. She played Kelly Kapoor on The Office. Mindy Kaling.
So talented. I'm going to say she is 43.
Did anybody watch that show? Didn't she have an HBO show where she was like an assistant to a female talk show host?
She's had a couple of shows kind of come and go because she's a writer.
And she'll write it,
content.
exactly.
Yeah.
I bet she is 43.
She is 47.
Ooh.
All right, this is, you're going to have to dig deep here a little bit into get the brain cells working.
Oh, boy.
Actress Nancy Allen, RoboCop. She was in with Travolta and the horror movie. Sissy Spacek.
Oh, yeah. Oh, was she one of the bad girls?
She was one of the bad girls.
Carrie.
Done a lot. Oh, she was in Blowout with Travolta as well. Brian De Palma. She was a Brian De Palma person. How old is Nancy?
I am not sure. I'm just throwing 73 out there.
Wow. I'm going to go with 69.
76.
Oh.
Finally, my all-time favorite drummer. I don't claim to be an expert to say who's best. I just say favorite. From Fleetwood Mac, he and John McVie are the only ones that have been there start to finish. Mick Fleetwood.
Mick.
Lives in Maui now.
Yes. 79.
I had heard a story that he showed up to, like, Red Hot Chili Peppers were auditioning for new drummers.
I've heard this story. Yes.
This guy, tall guy in a spacesuit, shows up and just wails. And they go, "You're hired. We don't care what you look like." And he took the hat out and he goes, "Sorry, guys, I already got a job."
That's pretty funny.
Give me a number.
82.
He is, bang, 79. Heidi Glaus
That
wins
is
the
your
day.
evening entertainment report here on the Big 550 KTRS.
Heard a great story about the window store the other day. Larry Thornton, the owner of the window store, 314-739-0002 or WSWindow.net, told me a story. He had a customer call him up and say that he wanted to replace his white vinyl windows with darker windows. And so, of course, Larry took care of him. So now they're all darker and sort of brown in color. It looks beautiful. They're energy efficient. There was no upselling. They're great quality windows, and Larry Thornton and the window store took care of him. That's what he does. The price is extremely reasonable, better than the national companies because there aren't the layers of middle management. The window store has been around for 38 plus years. Proud sponsor here at the Big 550 KTRS. Windows, and don't forget about doors. Doors can get really expensive real fast. That's why you want to go with a company you can trust. Installation, price, selection, quality. The window store. Window store. WSWindow.net. 314-739-0002. wswindow.net.
Look at our alums, the contributions that they have made throughout industries in the St. Louis region.
Terry Freerks, a graduate of the University of Missouri, St. Louis.
UMSL is embedded in the fabric of the St. Louis community. We're hands-on, and when our students graduate, they are definitely career ready, but maybe more importantly, they're career confident.
More is what moves us. Find your more at more.umsl.edu.
Mizzou football is almost here. Get ready for the season opening kickoff and Como game on Thursday, September 3rd, with 4 tickets for only $80. Be there to see the finished Memorial Stadium Centennial Project, a deal for the entire family to enjoy the home opener. Let's keep the sellout streak alive and bring the energy as we kick off the 100th anniversary of Memorial Stadium. Purchase your 4 tickets for $80 at mutigers.com/kickoff and Como. MIZ.
6 minutes before 6, we got to get one final check of traffic from Captain Paul.
Heidi, there's an accident on 64 East before McKnight, causing a stop and go back up to Clayton Road. A stalled vehicle on 64 East at Clayton Road is blocking 2 center lanes with a stop and go jam back to 270. 270 South is congested from Olive down to 64, where it starts to thin out. 64 West crowded in front of Forest Park. 70 East is heavy between Salisbury and St. Louis Avenue. 6455 East is slow between the Poplar Street Bridge and 64. In Centerville, 157 is still closed at 15 due to an accident. Construction is causing slowdowns in the Metro East. 64 East congested from Illinois 111 to 157. 255 is heavy from Collinsville Road to Horseshoe Lake Road. And 64 West is jammed between US 50 in O'Fallon to Illinois 157. This traffic report is brought to you by the Rack House in Cottleville. Stop by for brunch or happy hour, or have the Rack House cater your next event with box lunches or buffets to accommodate groups of 10 to 200 people. The Rack House, featuring a seasonal menu and upscale casual dining and drinks since 2014. From the KTRS Traffic Center, I'm Captain Paul Kopsky on the Big 550 KTRS.
I'm Mark Cantor. Here's why you can count on Cantor Injury Law.
My name is Michelle. I'm a litigation paralegal at Cantor Injury Law, and you can count on Cantor because we are smart, honest, and hardworking.
I'm Kevin Glenn, and a partner here at Cantor Injury Law. You can count on Cantor because we make your cause our cause.
No fee if no recovery. Please visit CantorInjuryLaw.com or call us at 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
You're listening to the Heidi Glaus Show with Josh Gilbert and Bob Ramsey on the Big 550 KTRS.
All right, let's wrap this show up with a couple of randoms.
The fake money they used in Rush Hour 2 looked so real that some of the extras tried to spend it, and the Secret Service wound up raiding the prop company that made it and charged them with counterfeiting.
Wow. That is crazy.
And the highest grossing actor of all time is probably Stan Lee, because he had a cameo in
all those movies.
Every single Marvel movie, dating all the way back to way back when.
Way back when. You guys, thanks for hanging out with us on this Wednesday afternoon. We'll be back to do it all over again tomorrow, starting at 3 o'clock. I hope you'll join us. And until then, see if you can put a smile on somebody's face.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right. It's all right.
It's not your typical game day look. Sunday, June 28th at Busch Stadium, the Cardinals face the Miami Marlins, and fans can receive a soccer-style Cardinals jersey presented by Purina. Clean, sporty, and unmistakably Cardinals, it brings a fresh energy to the ballpark from first pitch on, and kids take home a vibrant Cardinals soccer ball to keep the action going long after the final out. 2 ways to play, one big Sunday. Get tickets at cardinals.com/promotions.
Every Sunday home game is a Kids Sunday at Busch Stadium. From Team Fred Bird and games to a kid-friendly DJ, ice cream, and family favorite activities. Sundays are built for young fans. Plus, select Sundays feature kids run the bases after the game. It's a day made for smiles, memories, and Cardinals baseball together. Make Sundays your family tradition at Busch Stadium. Tickets and details at cardinals.com/KidsSunday.
Summer is officially here. Time for outdoor activities, sporting events, seasonal festivals, everything but cooking. Treat Dad to a great breakfast. The best in St. Louis, according to the Post-Dispatch. Lunch while you're out and about, or a terrific home-style dinner. Nobody is disappointed with Gingham's. And don't forget our fabulous desserts. We're open 24 hours a day, so no matter when hunger strikes, Gingham's is open and ready to serve you.
Gingham's Homestyle Restaurant in St. Charles, 636-946-0266 or ginghamsrestaurant.com.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Summer in the city.
KTRS St. Louis.
Streaming live at KTRS.com.
From ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. Holding housing hostage. President Trump backing off at the last minute, not signing the Housing Act passed by Congress designed to bring down the cost of housing, saying Congress first needs to sign the Save America Act, which requires photo ID to vote. The president downplaying the housing